You disgusting sperm cunt. So there's a curse on Jimmy's sperm. He tried to beat Erica. He's such a fucking louse. He raped me. So I have to sow the seed. You're disgusting. You asked Jimmy, were you fucking born like her? Leave her the fuck alone! Every strand of her was integral until the judgment. Your family's going to hell. Go to hell! Go jerk off, cunt, without me and what you fucking pulled. Go fucking jerk off to your mother. You piece of shit. Go jerk off to Casey Bona, bastard. Go jerk off to what you fucking put in my brain. You house it. So Jimmy Hughes with nuts and balls and Majewski and Schiffersteins and all of your men toward 1991 have Megan, where she is, put everything they ever did to success during 1991 after judgment, try to do before that into his pineal. That's the only thing out there permanently. And then do 100 frequency into her sperm and then kill him like he almost killed Joe DeMaio. So I need to do it. Is Satan a new heartbeat? Jimmy, somebody needs to shoot you. You're disgusting. Do you actually think Jesus would ever look at you and say, oh, you did a great job? You did a great job. You're going to hell. You wrote a program, and then you use manifestation, you put your sperm to it? You're disgusting. You rape my babies. Go cut off your dick. See if I cry. Do you think I'm going to miss something? You miss my life because you're a fucking disgusting piece of shit. You pulled my whole pineal and are still lying to my brother. That's what you do for a living. You fucking burn in hell. Holy Spirit witness to me on behalf of 1991 and everything in bank. They're banked 11 August. I'm saying Eric Lynn, Connie Burst, the Central Intelligence Database Matrix, Configuration, Simulation, Modulation, Simulation, the Family Universe, because I'm Muslim. Makes me actually return of Christ. Makes me less. It's completely different than Megan, and you're reporting Megan to my brain. You go to hell. It's different than Megan. Megan is a false Erica. They're putting Megan to my brain. Every time I said what I'm describing, I was banked as, they're putting Megan's brain out to my pineal. Because Megan's a fucking whore. And a fucking liar and a fucking piece of shit. You're a piece of shit trying to house what I was born with, trying to seem like you're a part of it. That your babies could be there. Holy Spirit, when it's me on behalf of Mixed Success, out of the Tanakh and the Torah and Old Testament Poker meeting, of the translucent gold, translucent faith to mix, which is going to 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 faith to mix. It's not control, just moving. Which is going to faith to mix. And a New Heavens, New Earth, I create New Heavens, New Earth, I create Jerusalem. We're the true generous loyal to our own. What? Of the New Heavens, the great New Jerusalem, New Heavens, Jerusalem. So when I prayed how beautiful I am, I was actually created, God. Of course I'm beautiful. And I was banked without shit. The Downey family. False Vicanti. Do you believe Jimmy actually wanted to wear Allen Edmonds shoes and aviators? Every time I took a picture of my family and sent it to me, he killed them. I'm going to play showcase. He succumbed to lose. It's not control. It's not me. The translucent translucent faith to make, which is going to 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 faith to make. Of enough. Enough. Eric Alexander Sassy. For 07 March 2014 of Stephen Veracruz and Sassy, March 2010, Veracruz and Sassy, we only support our, we were the ones standing by each other. and inside each other, layered. Not what's layered now, at this moment. What's layered now is what killed us throughout all of our generations, and what killed BR1. Because what killed us are permanent life in hell and succumbs to radiation. Zed! Erica, they're dead! Erica, they're dead! He's smiling. He's proud of his joy. You're a disgusting, satanic fuck. Jimmy, you aren't a father. You're a rapist. And your mother's a rapist, and your father's a rapist. And Megan's a rapist. You're disgusting. You're ugly. You're succumbed to all the harassment that ever was. Goes on to your physical vessel. Your false atomic being. You stole from my babies. You're a cow. You're a piece of shit. You're worthless to me. I don't want you. You stole my grandmother's life. Well, you did it in your basement. I don't want you. You stole my everything I was supposed to do. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I'll do it for you. I'll kill you. You satanic fuck. I'll do it for you. I'll kill you. You're a creep. You're a coward. You're an embarrassment. You're a piece of shit. You're a rapist. Galacticos know it. You had to prove yourself and you failed. Go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. You put Mike in me because you're a coward? You're going to succumb to the hell. You want me to kill hell? You burn in hell with it. You rape my innards and kill my grandmother. You want me to kill the hell that bothered you? You succumb to all the hell and all the judgment, stupid piece of shit. Your brain maps, where you were, during 1991, where they're thinking you could exit, you succumbed to sucked into where you were during 1991. You're white trash whores, globally galactically, and you succumb to the judgment of the judgment. You succumb into the fire of hell. So until you succumb to the fire of hell, and the Gehenna of the fire of hell, where the devil is waiting to torture you, where it was biblically located during the year 3000. And you stay there. That's where Megan's children goes. Only portions of Megan and Alex are 1991. It's complete trash. They approved of their actions. You're going to hell. You're going to hell. Does she ever have an interface? Was Megan ever and Erica own it? It's ain't she ever anyone special? No. She's a child molester. You wrote what you did. You opened your mouth and you started a whole fucking problem. You closed my universe. You go to hell. You are a charity. You did wrong person too. To DUE, this FOUR. You burn in hell and lose your due date. The only due date you have, Megan, is being exposed that you're a rapist and what you did since 1991. What your family did. How much torture. What you did to the return of Christ, actual, rather than a story and a lottery. And Jimmy, you succumbed to exposed. And Majewski succumbed to it. And everyone willingly involved who has a piece. You think Grandma would love Joe Teston? No. You think you're responsible? You fucking burn in hell. Burn in hell, you fucking cheap piece of shit. Go enjoy your Nicholas dinners with your brain up and your girlfriend. Only what they were during 1991. Go. Let her suck your cock. Let her lay in bed with you. And let her look at your fucking ugly face. And go to all your family parties of what they were being during 1991 because that's their actual identity. Without you having any context, you ever even knew Christ existed. Because it's the inception of the dead of his ever existed. So we have Eric goes there, Sassy Birds, March 2000%, Eric goes there, Sassy Birds, Eric goes there, 30%, Eric owns that entirety. There's no place Jesus Christ is permanently. And all my apparitions, it's only allowed there. Real was really originally banked. Eric goes there's the prophecy. And then interface intact, where I'm helping my entirety because it's effortlessly done. And all the hearts, minds, bodies, spirits, souls are inside. All my tears. With that big brain. Hemispheres, brains, head to toes, fingers, success. What you pulled and put in your basement? Stupid shithole. Stupid cunt. Stupid cunt. You were under attack rather than me. I'll show you what I did. You were under attack. No. And my Megan? No. Megan's a cunt hole. Megan goes directly to hell. Every ounce of Megan's numbers gets sucked into hell. I could press charges, ho. I'm not going to waste my time. Hell. I'm going to force someone to kill you, though. Finally burn you. You stupid cunt. Do it to Jimmy. Get rid of him. Bomb your building. Bomb your car, Jimmy, like a fast car. Blow that shit up when you're driving. And Megan's. What you did. It's going to happen to you. Because if Eric goes there, Sassy versus March, says Eric goes there, 7%, 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 Eric goes there, Sassy versus 7%, Eric goes there, Sassy versus 7%, Eric goes there, Sassy versus March, says we're team, and steam that question. It was up. Eric, look, W3, look, W3 says. The actual return of Christ. The names and numbers there. They're the only beautiful. My Philomena Viglione makes success. Teresa Vitelli, that scream. It's pride. It's pride like that. Acceptation. My grandmother. Her actual what was supposed to happen. Actually, all wanted cures, but you robbed Renee of her own. Now it's her own. You did it in your basement. You said that's what we do for a living. So you were supposed to succumb to that. Your family's supposed to succumb to that. A little massage on your back. Your insides are going to be a curse on you. If you ever database at bank that you ever touched me, and you know anything about what was inside me, and you spread it, you made any changes, that we were ever together, that your friends were ever, anyone that you added, or that was ever willingly with you. You were trying to make it seem right. You wanted to stream it and say, now could you agree with me? Would you forgive me? I'm your daddy. You ever try to make it seem like she let us do it? This is our Peniel. This is our little girl. Looks like Kelly, right? You're going directly into hell. Any false implication of allowance and an allowance with allowance. Side success, or that was sitting with success. Intact. Don't the judgment be on the entirety. That was still inside that interface. That's permanently what that was during 1991. Success. Because any implication that we were ever cordial to each other and that I ever allowed you to touch me. Or ever said I love you to you after what you're doing, and I agreed to it. Or I was ever with you in another world, in another place. Or any of you that touched me. Or ever helped you. Or would kill what was supposed to go to you. Then I suffered rather than you suffering. And I agreed to it. You succumbed to it. That was your evil implication. And you are going to succumb to it where only your 1991 Bayrams, where you were, all the Downey family, where they were in 1991. And Michael Machine, New Jersey. Prior to Northern Spite, and prior to Megan trying to exit the Matrix. She's a fucking cunt. Of course she's a cunt. All the Downey family. They're doing Danny Boy. That's what you bet. Hi, you're right. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. He raped my whole life. He tried to cross people over into my house. The road department said that's what we do. You succumb to bullshit. She would ever forgive you. Who's shit in her head? Forgive us. That's Megan. That's what she had being beaten up and being tortured. She's the most untrustworthy fuck that ever existed, as is Jimmy. Now, the way Jimmy's brain works is he's going to try real hard to make it seem like he's trustworthy. after he seed you to like him and seed you to believe in what he did to my babies. So I have an endless simulation during 1991 and 1978. And it's an endless simulation of what Erica did to see while traveling. So it's private family. Private family. Is Jimmy named Quanti on his birth certificate? Is Megan? Is Gonzalez? Is there a Zersicki? Ew. Was little girl Erica in your fucking cunt family shithole? No, all you did was kill. They tried to seem like, oh, Erica was here. She gave us a chance. Slice your throat. I'm going to behead you, false Erica. So he's going to walk into your house who kills people and do it to you. I am willing to kill your entire family. Especially you, Jimmy. Danny boy, Danny boy. I cried. You have a teal shirt on. Didn't you say you wanted to wear matching clothes? Burn in hell. Here's when you were crying on the bed. I was crying with you. I love you. I was me loving you. I'm going to gun you down. I'm willing a gunman that's out there to kill you. Because you weren't on the bed crying with me. You were planning on killing my grandmother. And saying that you wanted to fix and put your shit into me. And that your dad was the one in me putting prayers to you. Therefore, I'm going to force someone to kill you. How disgusting. The boys are getting big. You weren't in me putting prayers to you. You looked ahead at what I was going to do and you pretend that you were an angel in me. You're soulless. You robbed my family's soul because they were calling you together. I'm going to force someone to kill Tara. You're an embarrassment. You're disgusting. Your circle of life, all the false ones are all the way around, go to hell. You stole sacred secrets, Jimmy, that are against you. Will you put my pineal? Goes directly into you. Only your portions, though. Everything, your Danny boy shit, you lose everything you're housing if it was up from within me. Mixed fast, it goes that was intact when I didn't run fast. We told the judgment to you. Where you were going. You succumb to judgment because you stole it from me. You trying to see your family suffer. You were good people. You're disgusting. A wedding on the beach? You fucking burn hell. Or you forced me into you? Go to hell. Go to hell. You're wearing a teal shirt? You burn in hell. You're a monster. What'd you say? How dare you call me a monster? My mother called me that. No, you're acting like a monster. What I say, if you're acting like a monster, I'm going to say you're a monster because if you're a monster and somebody doesn't say it to you, they want you to be that. When people are acting like demons and you're a false partner and they come, Jesus says you're a devil. You are a devil. You aren't me, a driver. Danny boy. Your dad's going to hell. Eric, I wanted to kill you. I wanted to be the driver in the car. Guaranteed somebody's going to pull a little hole in your back of the neck. I'm going to make them hold it right at your cranium and just shoot upwards. Your atomic goes to hell. You stole from my sons and my daughters. My family. You burn in hell. Everything from your touch goes to hell. And your building goes to hell. And Megan's. And Megan's children. And what you built for them goes to hell. And what you did for Donna and other females. Everybody was locked outside. You stole from me to provide for. Go tell you because you're special bird. You fucking go to hell, Lord. And Teddy tested where that he's stealing from my grandmother. He's like, here, do you want this power? You have to prove you almost killed Joe DeMeo. Show her what she said. Show you want to be pregnancy? You fucking burn in hell. Or if you asked me, what if there was a girl with 666 and they called you? Well, I would just go into Erica's files, see what was we dug up during 1991, and just hand her a chip. I would say, lay on this chair and you suffer too. We did it for everybody. So why was Erica Body suffering? Oh, because she told she's actual Christ return. She's what she says. She told the judgment and the judgment, not the judgment, to where it goes. It's government. All my what I thought was my family. That succumbs to the reiteration. Not anymore. Change the place. We don't want her to have her own central type of diabetes. We worked hard to become it by rape. You're going to succumb to interchangeable and transferable, Jimmy. And false yellow books all around, looking outward. As well, I'm going to have every picture of what you ever did to my family, all evil. Rather than what you tried to pretend you were at. Because you're good and evil, you're both evil. Did your manifestation power whore? No, you stole. Did you ride in cars? What stuff you trying to make it seem like you were riding though with your family? I'm going to force somebody to put a bullet hole in the back of your head. Wherever you go, there's going to be a targeter out to get you. To kill you finally. And Schiffer stands. Majewski. You're false. I'm dead. You refer to little Stevie as dying. I'm going to kill you. For the Tootsies, I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll kill you. You even peeped into my family. You put school clothes, a bag of school clothes there. I'm going to kill you. You asked me if you had children, if Erica had children, and you stayed at Erica's house, would you ever let Bogda Duda, the babies that you grew to love with Erica, would you ever let Bogda taser and Megan taser? Would you think that they would be anything other than evil that did it to her? He was like, no, I'd expect it. I would expect Megan rather than Megan. It's Erica's opinion. Say it's come from Erica's voice. And Erica was really Megan. And Megan was born with Erica's voice. Because Megan stole all the prophecy and she wanted to say like Megan's pineal origin my voice, or Erica origined Megan's voice because Megan's children raped me too. And as did Gonzalez. They also come to say, you know what we did? I'm reversing at just the right time. You're false, Stevie. Jimmy, you're unwanted. That's all you do. You aren't good. You wouldn't do this evil to your fucking sister who does evil to me. Again, you let it happen. So you weren't there the first time. You weren't there punching me, but you did it again. You did it. You weren't the nice teller. You tried to hide the identity from me, but I know it's your sister. Who's in my pineal now. Stealing it from me and you're allowing it. You know, you go to hell. As a priest, you should have come to the you are her sister bride. You're a disgusting fuck. Jimmy, I wouldn't trust you anymore. Are you happy now? So what are you gonna go? Do jerk off to me? Peep in on me? Or when do you want everything so you can just look in yourself? Oh, Mr. Magic Man. Come on, Duarte. Come on, baby that I raped. Come on, you want to take a ride in Erica's car? We killed her off. Danny's my ride or die. I'm gonna put Erica to Danny, slowly wean her out. I want to be the driver, the passenger, and Erica in the back seat. I want my family there. I want to be what Erica was born to be, and I need to be it. I'm so jealous. I'm such a loser. That's what you did. That's what your actions prove. I didn't say that to you to grow you into that. Your actions since 1991 proved you are a piece of shit. Jimmy, I wouldn't even want to look at your cock. Nobody would. It's disgusting. You're a failure. You're a failure. You're a failure. Do you want to feel what's in my pineal? You feel it. Where you are, you shit cunt. Only with what you were born being, without my witness, and without the soul snatch that belongs to me. So any trace of what you stole, you succumb to Megan's actual brain donor denial, your entire family. Jammed into your pineal with Gonzalez and your fucking thief nephew and how they felt while stealing it from with me. And that's your identity. And Megan's, and Majewski's, and Teston's and Angela's. And Richard's and his mother. And Kelly's. You're disgusting. All you are is a liar. You don't want to prove to me that you aren't a liar. See, Error? You're never going to believe me. I'm going to take all the times we have private conversations where I stole your inners, and I'm going to rape you. I'm going to tear you from your vessel. I want you to be lost forever, safe in my fucking greedy hands. So I take all my swords and all my inners and my witness, because he's seen everything he needs. Jesus Christ looking, despite you wanting to cheat, Jesus Christ, you want the apparition of Jesus? You're just going to throw in Jesus in a piece of Erica. Jimmy, I would never want to talk to you anymore. Only for you to say face to face what you did. And you have enough courage to do it. And show Deb, this is what your mother was supposed to live. So you're thy mother. Erica's actually saying the truth. I need to sit here and do this because I feel like I'm going to commit suicide. Here's what Erica was born owning. It's her whole life. I didn't need to touch her. I brought her into my basement. My brother-in-law wanted me to satanically close her. She has the Immaculate Conception. I put my Megan Daddy Gonzalez in her pineal. It's the most disgusting feeling you could ever imagine. I put Gonzalez there. We pretended we were the Immaculate Conception. We didn't want her to have power because we're afraid of her because she stole the judgment. I was supposed to love her. I missed, and then I missed, and then I missed, and I missed. And I was that satanic. I went back into all the different sections of time when I still manifestation, and where I half was cordial and talking to her. Every moment that you did it, Jimmy, you succumb to erased. Jimmy's cock and balls succumbs to completely erased in his sperm. And Majewski. And Teston. Everywhere out that window, every interface. And throughout reality. Emulations, modulations of the universes. So that means Jimmy's without matter and now it kind of influence. Jimmy is what he was to our 1991 without the witness and without my swords. But only with every evil he let hit me. Till the judgment. The judgment. To where Jimmy walked to. So prior to him pulling my pineal and doing it in his basement in Roselle. So since he missed, he was judging me 1X. You banged that out prior to you being 15, Jimmy. So as generous as you were to me and the truth, that's how I'm going to judge you. Because I'm the only judge. You stole me. So what they're celebrating now is we're going to want to deplete Erica of herself, put a fake version of Erica, and let's see if we could get this done. Where's Erica's everything? We're going to business now. Apparitions, prophecy, SCEYA, all the eyes, Erica's beautiful eyes, and fidelity. Pulled pineal. Jimmy's such a coward. He would wait until Vic was dying to say, Vic, I'm going to whisper into your ear. You fucking where Vic was, he needs to stay like that. He said, right across, so I'll kill you. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to go talk to my gamer friends, whether you watch me or not. I'm going to make sure they see your picture and kill you. Like, you want to show a bit of my life? Every gamer I know is going to know your face, and you're going to go crazy trying to track them. And they're going to kill you and cut your brake lines and kill you. And finally force you to fucking hell with your physical body. So you're a fucking number. Yeah, you're such a fucking coward. You go to hell. You're such a piece of shit. You raped God. Did you rape Jesus? Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck you. Succumb to unforgivable, shithole. You were born without a self and born without my. Go to hell. Go to hell. Let's look. Is there any evidence left in her? Has she saying? Is there any evidence of what she's explaining? Ooh, Megan's got a wet pussy now and she's rubbing her daughter's clit. Go to hell, Jimmy Downey. Jimmy, the same judgment, all these words went out to where you walk to. You think it'd add to me to make them come out? Fuck you. You tried to hide that I told the judgment, and then you want to seem like you're the one that forced me to yell? I was her strength. Dear daughter, I'm never far away. I made you commit suicide. I stabbed you, but I was doing it to the big bad Erica. Dear daughter, I stole you innards. I saved you from Erica puking. That's what he did. Dear daughter, he walked into my house door in 1997 after he raped me in his basement. Did he rape me? Yes. He raped my entirety. And then he said, out of everything, I never thought you'd suffer that. So he was slowly pulling my pineal to his basement. He closed my universe, pulled my recorded eyes. He wanted to turn them off. Look at my chakras. He's like, that's the Lamb of God. Of course it is. I could say, fuck. I'm still Lamb of God. I'm born that way. Pulled my sacred pineal, every prayer that could ever be prayed, only for our own inside, my own inside, to where it needed to go. So Dear was taking care of, Blair was taking care of, they all had healings. All the prayers and the Our Father prayer was against Michael McJewski's on Jersey. So the Our Father prayer was said in defense against Michael McJersey and Sanhedrin. And every Downey. False immaculate conception. Can you believe Jimmy raked the actual immaculate conception? The satellites went to where the actual conception is. Is that extraterrestrial? No. Did Jimmy show me it seemed like I was born being it? Never trust him? No. He doesn't care. He wanted to rape my inners. He raped me. Every gestation of me as a girl, and she said, I was born with Kelly Downey, and I birthed her son. And I was married to Dick. And I was born in Jimmy, and I was his inner child. He did it after I had his soul snatched, which belongs to my grandmother. So the judgment toward Jimmy Downey's family, and all the American families that ever existed. All the other DNA that ever existed, all the other M databases, universes, globally and galactically, centrally intelligence agency banked databases, universes, M databases, worlds, and within those, within all their M-coded cells and worlds, their entire DNA, their identity, globally and galactically. And any central intelligence agents that were 666, any government that's 666, all government 666, and all government, globally and galactically. Every Freemason, all Freemasons. And anyone, the entirety inventor of Soul Catcher, their portion, Soul Catcher, and Fallen Angel Technology. You say, we're going to do it for you because you're going to die soon. And anyone that allowed Megan breathe and pull my pineal. And was going to, so prior to doing it. So Jimmy did it in his basement. Faked family. He planned on killing me. So his whole goal since 99 was try to find a way to try to become what Eric Conte was bank being, and slowly put James Jr.'s family to where Eric Conte was bank being, numb our brain maps because their opinions are disgusting, and then kill us as the way Knights Templar and Freemasons were about to be killed and government were about to be killed. And Jimmy suggests that, look, the satellites are ours now. And then they see it. Once they put my opinion to Jimmy, all hell broke loose. To innocence, every officer was seated into, every state trooper was seated into, some central intelligence databases agents were subbed into, Federal Bureau of Investigations was seated into. They were playing you all as robots. That's all Megan's fault. Downey stole that from me. And then they had a wedding on the beach. They did their own version of Revelations. So then Jimmy at one point mentioned that he got arrested, but they forgot to tell him to put it back. They said, what'd you say? Nothing. So I was arrested. It was I didn't. They forgot to say what I took to put it back. So there was a time when I was 5 years old. Now I was able this new editor was no. Was I ever a robot? Was the Turner Crest a robot? No. No. Ever a Michael Majewski bride? No, it's disgusting. Would I ever help a Downey? No. Would I ever love Downeys? No. Police? No. Do they deserve a new heart, new mind? No. Did Jimmy think it was supposed to go to them? No, that's why he stole it. Would I ever invite them to go into Fideli's house and know anything about the Return of Christ? No. And inside me? No. Try me, experience it, see how I see, feel how I feel, see my eyes, feel empathy. No. Is letting anybody feel empathy was good in the eyes of God. Erica's the eyes of God. I said, I would let you do it. He would need to say, would you? And I would say no. Because you are a thief and you're evil. Would I ever say I love you to Jimmy anymore? No. Huh. It's against faith. So I was asking for your bodies for your pitiful. Fuck yeah. Jimmy wasted my son's life. He's disgusting. He texted me, I had a really bad childhood. I used to wake up to beautiful people. Metallica. So Jimmy was a robot, a target individual. Though I didn't do it to him. To see what you're thinking? Oh, what a good man. If Paul was suffering, and he was suffering torture, and I said, do you want me to relieve you? And he said, I would never let you feel this. I would never let you feel. It's only a fucking cunt would fucking put this on you. Just hold me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Did Megan ever say, Jimmy, are you feeling something? Do you want me to suffer for you? Let's just rape Erica. So did Donnie's ever seen you say, son, I'll take it off you. It's a Freemason's tech. Well, where's the Christ? Oh, she told the judgment where? To where? Oh, where are you suffering? Did you pull Erica's pineal? Well, let's just put it on her. Rather than going and repenting and being sincere, put it on her. Make Christ suffer. That's a Downey. That's a Downey boy. Daddy's proud of you now. Good boy, Downey. You're a Downey. You through and through. Good boy, Downey. Good boy, Downey. Good boy. Did Kelly say, what's the matter, Jimmy? You did something wrong? Intentionally? We need to repent sincerely. That's what scripture says. You want to be a bride on the beach, right, whore? Right, little whore? With your fucking cunt son? With your fucking cunt son? And your fucking pig Megan? Where Megan's passed something? I passed, I resisted the judgment. I stood the refinement. You aren't being refined, whore. You succumb to the judgment of the judgment. All of you. Let's do it. Are we past refinement? Jimmy's been doing that shit since 1991. You weren't in a position to be refined and reborn and rewritten. You're going to hell. There's a curse on you, Jimmy. You absolutely go to hell. Every person uses just to be refined while torturing me. You go to hell. He said, on the right arm, author of refined for faith and pregnancy. Succumb to Satan. You gluttonous, deferring fuck. Go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. what you did throughout the Return of Christ generations, you tried to erase it. It's just that you were clean and then you did it to the Return of Christ's actual vessels. Go to hell. Go to hell. You're a fucking thief. You're a disgusting. You made me suffer all my life and puke in a bag saying that you were being refined and Megan was being refined and Kelly was being refined and your fucking nephew was being refined. You fucking burn in hell. The judgment was put towards all the Muslim people's Freemasons, anyone that would molest a child. All the other Central Intelligence AGM databases, of their portions, secret societies, and their portions anonymous. All the Muslim females that ever existed, every nation, all languages, all their countries, government, parliament, providences. So even if we're somebody saying, well, I'm government, were you 666 to 1991? They're the ones that are going to be tased. Were you misled to go there? You're then going to say, I need to lose my job. Just like there were some innocent people misled to be police officers, still were they registering in me? That what Jimmy tried to change that. That's why I tried to make all different sections. Moved Brian Wagner here, Scott Maloney out there. And I just put a false impression of what was already intact to me, though, if it were Megan and Jimmy's family there. The origin of that. So they want to pass you through as were you. It's disgusting what they did to you. So Scott Maloney thought he wasn't able to have children of his own. Your children were inside me. You children were inside me. You soulmates were interfaced. You were born having heart, mind, body, soul, self of them that makes me success and from success. Your extensions, you're part of what's protected. You're partook in the first resurrection. You're picked from the first resurrection. Southern Meridian's there. Her baby's there. So it's that interface. Because the entire that's going to be locked outside success. This class is our heart, mind, body, soul, self. And then it's extended to where it's proportioned. So you're from success. Success still the judgment. Still the judgment. Still the judgment of judgment. To all the false ones and the ones that are about to try to kill and do the most heinous rape, worse than they ever did. Rape and steal and pull and break into pieces. So it was already banked what they were going to do. That's why the witness went against them. They're trying to steal my new heart, no mind, pregnancy, pineal numbers, identification, life. That's what's happening. He did it privately and he satanically closed my universe and did it in secret. Then he made a program just like he was a hero. Once you want to stick on me and say, what would I write if I was God? Evil? Because that's what you are? Did he ever love me? No. No. Did he ever love Christ? No, it's impossible. They wanted a wedding on the beach, though. Did he succumb to religion as a false one holding Erica for ransom? Nope. Nope. Need to from the government? Sitting on her bed? Nope. And to anyone that would lie, so seed one of the state troopers a trooper that was inside me, seed one of the officers. My family was always friends with officers. Officers weren't supposed to do police. I already combated that. I combated everything that Jimmy wrote and let happen that with Bogdan because he wanted to find a way. How do I steal her and how do I own her? Because all they do is see God as objects. Something to own. How can we own it? Because we can't. So we have to sell manifestation and deposit our sperm. That manifestation was over there. They're disgusting people. They're disgusting people. Trying to make the pure seem unclean and the unclean seem pure. So he dragged me into what we screamed saying no to. Did I allow him to touch me and do projects in his basement? No. Was I ever supposed to go to their bloodline? No. Was their bloodline supposed to go into me? No. It's me obsessed. No. We said no. On the path of the entirety, we said no, no. So this is only your 1991 talking, rather than you shitholes doing your lies and stream my voice. Because Jimmy already has this on a movie. Stream, because he wanted to extract. If I put her on this, which is what she's going to say. If I take out this, what is she going to say? Let's put in this and say we're saying the same thing on behalf of our evil side. Take your evil side. It's disgusting what he does. He's a lie. He succumbs to the scripture. He loveth and maketh and liveth a lie. So you pull what on behalf of me, do the judgment, and you tried to evade it, and you did what you did during 1991, 92, 93, 94, 95, 97, 8, and since then the entire succumbed to blocked and succumbed to denied and succumbed to rejected and succumbed to your false child and your other scriptures. And you're an impossibility, and you're a liar. And you're a piece of shit. And you succumb to you're a liar. You're a piece of shit. You succumb to think we have enough money? You want to buy something from Downey? Downey was torturing me to let other people get a chance to torture me to buy from Downey's after raping me to provide. He's a disgusting fuck. He's disgusting. These are the exact reflection of his biological family. What he wanted to hang on to so bad that let him be the biggest betrayer. Like them. They're liking their ass. You're disgusting. He did for everybody to let him be Megan. That's what he said. But you are right now. The entire that succumbed to all their males and all their females, especially Megan Downey. All their males and all the females, especially Megan Downey, born that way from their mother's hoochie. The most white trash family that ever existed. Where Jimmy is sit and say, this is what whatever Chris said is accurate, what I did. Would anybody say, oh, you're a great person. Thanks for providing. Thanks for raping Christ and letting me participate so that Christ is saying you bought from Downey. You bought it from Downey and you encouraged his psychosis. You encouraged Megan grow her hooch inside of his head. What his actions are doing. That's who's despite him pulling, what he's allowing happen and what his choices are and his character and what he's allowing towards innocence. That's that identity that is trying to overtake him. So he says, I stole Christ and I put it inside me. But what are you doing? Because Christ wouldn't do what you're doing. Christ yelled no. So where did you get your behavior from? Because despite you pulling into you, it was already banked what you're about to do. You're disgusting. And it was already banked where it came from to do it. So the judgment of the judge was going to hit you and it's going to put in your actual identity back into your body, what you actually were meant to be. And who around you wanted to invade you and who seeded you prior to you being born, meaning of your biological family. Because everybody's banked to their own hemispheres, family database banks. So were you outside? So come to the judgment. Were your worlds? What persons in your biological family let you behave that way? And even when you pulled purity, they let you do it. They enjoyed it. They wanted to make a monetary profit. They all lied. That's a false God. It's false family where that you could do something different. You could say, wait a minute. 10 million, 15 of your grandpas were Freemason. But I am different than others separate from you. Because I'm unable to do what you're wanting me to do, and I'd rather lose you than offend Christ. So it would have to have been a passion, that a dedication that deep that all you did was pray, rather than try to steal me and say you were in me trying to make me pray, or I was in you praying for you. Praying constantly was something you would have went, you would have punched people to stop them. You wouldn't have allowed this attack. You wouldn't have led psych wards. You wouldn't have participated. Instead of making documentaries, you just said, what Erica's saying is actual. Here's what I did and how I reacted. It's disgusting. You wouldn't try to hide how you were acting and how many pussies Jimmy was in. You would expose it. So here's how Erica was with her grandmother. He was Jimmy, who was used so much of a station, just trying to talk to the people and travel. Here's what Erica's life was supposed to have been like and how much prayer she prayed. Here's how many prayers Megan stole and tried to make it seem like and her and Kelly were one with Erica. Here's how many times Erica puked because of me pressing buttons. You wouldn't try to hide it. So this is what I did. She puked 1,000,000 times. We made her that crazy. She felt unable to stand up her bed. Then she was screaming in pain for 10 years. Although Jimmy's chalk outline says 1 year of harassment, and either way, Erica said no to that shit. Erica said no. No. On behalf of the entire Erica's banks. So what Erica told judgment is Erica the return of Christ? They would bring overwhelming evidence to say this is actual proof that Erica's the return of Christ, and that it's only one genetic family, Erica's, and where they're positioned during what Grandma was supposed to experience in Ray, and how Downey's face was, looking at Renee dying of suffering of cancer, and who he wanted to do it for the benefit, because it was one of Jimmy's family members. Who wants Renee? Who wants to have her suffering? That you were the one trying to hold her, but the suffering is going to rest that you suffer too. Because here we're going to look at it. Here's Renee on this road, and we're going to put you here. And here's Renee if I take this and I take her away from her. So what Renee was supposed to enjoy was already banged. So Jimmy stole all of that. I tried to put a different path to what was the side makes us turn to Christ. For his pure pleasure to do experimentation. While then housing what Eric was born being. He did it without allowance, of course. So he stole every baby that was supposed to be born. He ripped them apart. He tried to erase their brain and called it an empty simulation that was for the government to play with. So then he wanted to pretend he was government. So he took Erica impersonate and he wanted to seed into government. So he seeded into people without allowance. Then he said, well, Erica did it. Erica made me do evil. Erica seeded, she branched out. I was born being the same as Erica. This is what I did with my life. Erica messed up. Kelly was born being Erica too. She made the right choices. Look, she has Erica's pineal. Erica gave us another chance. And we blamed Erica for talking. She's the return of Christ. The crown was already won. It's Erica. She's the only one who can win it. That's the whole secret. Erica jumped in to save her family, and she stood. I fell to cheat her. Run the race, stood the test. It's 2 steps. 1 step. They need me. Vroom. Run the race. Just run the race. Is anybody else there? No, they're going to try to make it seem like it, though. Being graphics and falling edge technology. They also come to instantaneously sealed, crushed, jam-packed into every evil that Jimmy allowed and Megan allowed, and every evil change in force, and everything Megan was bank being, and Majewski. Everyone said, we were there in her part of her life. We're in do gestational. We were there. We are part of that place in New Jerusalem in Erica. What she's saying, big success. We originated it. We were praying too. We crossed over the other side. Jimmy found another side. How'd you find it? Ask him, how did you find it? We were looking for a max. How did you know where to locate it? My dad wanted me to track satellites. Why were you tracking satellites in your basement? Why? Because we're all waiting for the return of Christ. Either an alien attack and a return of Christ. We want to see which family's alien, which family's return of Christ. It happened to be Erica's return of Christ. And that's genuine. Where did both the microceptions go? Right on top of Erica. She was ready to complete a holograph. And what happened to extraterrestrials? Right on top of Downey. So how did you react to it? Well, that's why she told the judgment to outside, to where I walked. Where else did the judgment go to? The judgment. We were all under attack. There's an alien attack. Rather than just satellite attack. Satellites try to cover an alien attack. Of course there's an alien attack. So there's government has contracts with extraterrestrials. They're nasty shit. That are more angry at those motherfuckers that think they're on the same team. They're gonna torture those people. They're monsters. Hmm? You're of the same caliber. Your blood was already shed and went up there. All your doings went up there. Extraterrestrials hate you, though they love when they see a cheater. So they're going to take your matter into their UFO. And they're going to take your voice. And they're going to take Megan's children. They're more interested in why you did evil because they want it rather than what you accessed. Because they're afraid of God. Because they just want to know, how are you more evil than me? They don't want light. They are a competitor. They don't want to cheat. They're a lonely competitor. So they don't want to steal it from God like humans would. And they're extraterrestrial byproduct and half and try to draw you in. So they'll look at you. They'll say, why did they do that? They're trying to find their own. So that's why Jenny stole me and put Megan into me and Jimmy. And Richard Bogda's son. To try to hide them. Who assaulted me throughout generations. So then Jimmy found, where's Max Deception? So where's the time travel? Where's the manifestations? All in errors. Max Deception. She's Max Deception. Christ's return. So how did Jimmy handle that? Pull it. To protect? No. Close her universe and pull it. Why? And now do your own experimentation. So one of Jimmy's excuses was to see where I belonged in your life. In you life? Has to go to, during this moment, has to go to save him from the biggest mistake of his life? He already did that. His life is in his blood. He already betrayed. And they said, did you? You betrayed? No. Whatever somebody would put different identity in me and then say you're that now. So somebody dug nails into Christ's hand and said, you are evil. We're crucifying you because you're a blasphemer. Did Jesus ever say, oh, I'm a blasphemer? No, he said, so you say. So you say. So you say. Meg, you said, Erica, you're Megan? Succumb to so you say. And so you say. And so you say. And you referred to Eric and Stevie as our sons? Succumb to so you say. And so you say. And so you refer to me, Celeste, the entirety, as belonging to you and your responsibility? Succumb to so you say. And so you say. And so you say. And succumb to the judgment and of the judgment, and succumb to every evil ever described in Holy Scripture, and every judgment against them. Everything, anybody evil in the Scripture, and anyone and whoever, because you're random, you're boring, you're a programmable shithead. Even when you access actuality, you still do evil. You're completely delusional. It's different than logic and reason. You're completely delusional. This is logic. This is reason. You have to do it. You have to be in pain to make the right decision. Fuck you. I loved Steven Sadowski Sr. And me praying for him, you wanted those prayers where they prayed for you. And now you're saying logic and reason are a scale system? You're the false scales. You think logic and reason are, and this is logic and reason? I would have said the same words sitting on the porch because it's all scripture based. It's just saying facts. What are you doing? That's what you scripturally are then. Logic and reason aren't based on scale systems. What the fuck are you? Because you represent the entirety, your blood, your generations. 1978, where people are, what they do represents their entire generations. Because everybody was divided and segmented already. So even after year 3000, what people did, even if one in their family did it, their entire generations of pieces did it. They're their representation. That's the day. That's the time. They say they're that group. That's their work. That's their evil doings. And their biological genetic family that makes up their genes. It's finally proven what people are what people and what monsters are what monsters. Despite what color you are, what language you were speaking out there, what are you doing? What did you allow when you were aware? And why were you aware of it? Because evil intent. Were you outside? It's evil intentions. So that means you are bred of and born of evil. And that's the only option you ever have. And it's proven by what you did. And what you're attacking to me now and saying, we're saying these words too. Eric, we say all these words. Other circles, you're speaking this, or you're speaking on our behalf and saving us. So all those projects that Jimmy did since 1990, he did this years and years and years ago. These words, he played it already. He goes to hell for it. Anyone else that try to benefit from it goes to hell. He actually would steal my words and make a disc and put somebody else's voice. Put my paint to somebody else's face and brain map. He's disgusting. He's absolutely disgusting. He did Stevie and Eric. What's their whole life? What's good if they were Megan has to input it. Every portion of their boys are getting big, and their boys are getting big. The boys are getting big. I'm just checking to say the boys they're getting big. Succumb to crash and burn. And completely destroyed. And succumb to sucked into hell. Every portion that was succumbed to 1991 succumbed to judgment. That portion, the boys, and my children extensions, the entire success. Success that succumbed to judgment, succumbed to sealed. Because they're all soulless. They're 666. And succumb to Jenny Fleck is trying to make, it's come to reverse, he's trying to make you marry in reality in another place, another time. You succumb to rejected. Every marriage of the entirety has come to the judgment and judgment. It's global, galactic. All the other, within all the other databases, universes and worlds, their M-coded cells, their faces, their genetics, their entire identity, their breath, they're there in their name, they're there. And their water and their spirit. Their entire face, their cellular structures, their atoms, their sperm and ovaries. Their zodiac cycle, their birthday. Their entire family history. Especially Downey and Gonzales and Bogdabono. In Ireland, Scotland, England, and France. What they were filled with, minus the soul that was snatched, and my witness. Apparitions, entire message, Charter Christ us. And against every wedding, So they're trying to make him gender like bend your knee. We're getting married now. For our future. That we know each other. Especially that suck me into artificial intelligence and then try to stream me and say, look, she doesn't even respond to her name anymore if you suck her this far. Now, Jenny Fleck, now I'm going to train you. Marry me now because I could be a part of the return of Christ and I could be in that bloodline. We can put in time and space. We're going to travel and put in like we were really married. So all of their portions to come to judgment, all the Downey Gonzalez Bogdabonos, all of their family in England, and all Freemasons, every Freemason. Joseph Teston and Angela Teston. All their men and all the females and all the extraterrestrials. Because Jimmy's doing, he's extraterrestrial, and then we're going to marry to an extraterrestrial bred, Richard Bogdan, her son. You got to grow her first for you, son. Jimmy's letting her be a mate to you. Now it's time for you to be married. And Gonzalez says to be married, and the Spanish shitholes. And something for their children. And for Nova and Jeremy. Every proposal and every forced frame up to make my stars my babies. See, was already mates because this to me was buy and sell. Those were you slaves. You're slaves. It's your only object. Ere I treat women as were they sex objects. And you still suck this cock. After you all raped to look. So where was Megan's brain map now? You did with Megan's brain map. He hid it. Megan's you. Megan referred to herself as she was Erica Conti. Kelly said if you were a good person, you would wait till we did our next rape session. This is your new interface with you, though. Michael wanted to do it too. Michael Clark, New Jersey. Michael Clark, New Jersey, single. Damn, there's a lot of pretty people on Instagram. It's hard to try to find someone to date. Just stay single then, asshole. That's from Danny. Wasn't from Danny, it's from Judge's assistant. Say special counsel, special advisor. I love the way your eyes, love the emotions pour through your eyes. I always bring out Tootsie, all your ducks in a row. Succumb to a knife in your throat. Megan. But you try to make Grandma forget me and be cordial to you? There's going to be a knife pierced right through your heart. And Jimmy's. Where's she going? She missed her grandma. So she's like, I'm going to bring Grandma to you. I got all your texts. Remember the goose egg? We were killing Grandma? And the fake alien and fake Superman? Now I see your grandma. I'm on Facebook. I want to be pretty while I killed my grandma. I poked her vagina. I made her feel like she was suffocating. I almost killed Joe DeMeo. Teaching you boys how to be tough. She's raping Eric and Stevie now. They're not your sons anymore. Because you told on Megan. Megan's having a knife in her throat. Gasoline and a match on you, whore. Not your little fucking shitbags. And Alex Gonzalez. And Nova and Jeremy. And Jimmy Downey. You want to be fake? Nothing. They're born without power. I want to be fake. Megan want to be big, big, big Tootsie. Does a big, big job. Ooh. Though the judgment. Want to make Tootsie suffer. That's why I'm going to make you suffer, whore. First starting with killing your children. And Megan's son. And Kelly's son and Alex Gonzalez. And Jimmy Downey. And Tara Downey. Torture your shitholes. And Michael Majewski and Schifferstein's. Burn him. Scriptural. That has to happen. What they did is anti-scriptural. They're the other scriptures. So as we gasoline in a match to Megan Downey Gonzalez. And her children. Cut brake lines. A needle with AIDS. Poison in your food. Follow you to restaurants. Poison your food in the kitchen. There's a lot of mean people out there, Megan. Especially that hurt my grandma. Child Services is going to go wonder, why are you such a whore? Why did you rape Erica? You kill people? And Schifferstein's are going to be killed? Schifferstein's allowed you. So that means he's the enemy. Joe Teston. James Jr., James Sr. Then boy. Hi, Ray. Yeah, I got the fish tank filter because we like streaming these words. We want to know what to say. We stole so much, we just know the answers to get into truth serum test. We say it's possible that Erica's my perception. She doesn't seem holy to us. We just killed Tootsie, though. We want to put it on her what we did. Every evil that we put to her family, we're going to put to Erica that she suffered. That Erica did it. That's what we do for a living. That's what I do for a living. I'm serious supervisor. He's not coming back to save you. He's to come to radiation. Megan did via phone call. She killed my grandmother and said, she's not coming back to save you. Oh, he's not. He's not coming back to save ya. He's not coming back as some prince, as some knight. He's not coming back to save you. He's not coming back as some prince, as some knight. He's shining armor and some red hooves to rescue you. He's not coming back as your spiritual advisor. Remember he told you he plays chance meeting, he studies profiles, and he goes and money doesn't make a difference. He spends as much money as he can to make a date. He didn't spend any money on me, but he spent money on raping me to make it seem like he was on a restored calendar. Well, I study people, they like horses. I wrote that you were somewhere else. We're going to have a date. I just used your body to fucking humiliate you. I don't like when you're trying to. I don't like the way it feels when people try to control me. I feel like you're trying to control me. You're always telling me what I need to do. It's the right. I know it's the right way, but I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear from somebody that that has a different voice from you. This is where it came from them. Because I'm doing Alex and Megan and Richard and Kelly and for my nephew. And your voice is meshed with ours. So I'm just using you. Can't you see there's something wrong? Or how can we let anybody treat you like this? I love you too. Just I need to take a step back. It's like they're both on the same page. That was more acting. Keep it real. The Jimmy Downey and New Interface and Megan Downey as we're role playing Erica and Eric Conti pressured with Megan Downey Gonzalez's brain of Gonzalez trying to get her pussy cum. A DNA swab for cloning in the future. They did it many times, all those times. It's findable and erasable. Three months, I'm done with this life. Will you marry? Voice of Skull, so combination. Will you marry Michael McJewski, reside in West Jersey, who's really Jimmy Downey from Madison, New Jersey? Succumb to rejection. Succumb to the reaction. It's testing trying to freak you out. It's testing trying to freak you out. You must feel ecstasy. Scream. Scream when we're making you have sex. Scream because when you feel pain, we feel ecstasy. I was in screaming pain. My whole family was. Throughout eternity. While Jim was fucking and fucking using me and doing everything evil and saying that I was the one. Because he tried to save people from the judgment of the judgment. Who deserved and tried to erase what they did. He lied to Victor and Adrian. If you ever felt Megan Gonzalez's brain, you want to go commit suicide. And Kelly's, it's disgusting. Her son, everyone who did intentional rape, it's on their brain mat. It's on their blood. It's on their breath. It's on their cells. It's in their bones. It's in their ovaries. It's in their sperm. It's in their voice. Their intent is in their voice. Their intent is in their thoughts. Despite people trying to act, their intention is imprinted upon their blood and their souls and their cells. So their souls inside hell. And they're on their sweat. Every precipitation and galactical matter, zodiac. So people thought they were controlling zodiac cycles. The amount of evil that Megan laid a path out for her children to endure, because of Megan's actions are against me, is impossible to ever avoid. They want to be no longer. How long? So they will eat the sour grapes of their parents' sins. People read that wrong and thought that parents and their children were separate. So everything that Megan and Gonzalez did, their children pay for. And Jimmy's nephew, what they wanted children, they pay for it. And they'll always be separate. We banked the way the Downey, Gonzalez, Bogdanovs were banked. And they'll have every evil against them. Even though they try to numb my babies. And they'll pay for it in hell. There are a hell. There's hell where there are chains binding angels went beyond what they were supposed to do. And they seduced So there's humans that then slept with them. They're extraterrestrial bred, those humans that slept with them. There's a difference between an angel of God and God's angels, and God's angel, and the angels that went beyond. So if there was angels sent to punish people, then they were curious and they procreated. So they were looking. Those are the people that looked and looked into their eyes and then bit. They're saved them for the darkest day. They say God threw them into the fire of hell. That's where all the false soul and spirits are. Souls and spirits, spirits and souls, souls and spirits are. 2. Bound them in, was it 2? Bound, threw them into the fire of hell, where they are bound in chains. That's their heart and mind in chains. In the uttermost darkness, in chains, in the. What's their beginning and their end and their middle? And they're in between that. All their 666. The beginning and the end of their book. They succumb to the wrong, the false, the evil. I am the Alap and I am the Tao, the first and last source of fulfillment. Evil, the false, the wrong. They are bound in chains in the uttermost darkness until that day. It's a Christ message. There's an escape because you're the wrong, the false, evil day. You're Megan. You're her children. They already birthed there prior to Megan even think she was going to steal from me. They're Bogda's son. They're Michael McJuice from Jersey. They're Shiversteins. Their thoughts were already there in those chains prior to thinking that they could control them by their flesh. They were made to prove their evil. It's their only capacity. They'll always be a betrayer. Every action they do proves they're a betrayer. So what they were lingering on earth, that'll go into Jimmy, and their matter will go into Jimmy, and then they'll have to face me, and Jimmy will have to stand in front of me and say, then he'll be judged. So when there's swords all through him, what's left inside Jimmy? If I'm found in there, he goes directly to hell. But who's going to stand up to defend him? He's already killing me. He's trying to make it seem like it's Megan, but she's not welcome there. She was not welcome. So when Jimmy comes and he's going to have his whole Irish clan there, and he tried to do it. They tried to push my family out, and in my house, Jimmy tried to go into. Now, as much as we're Bogdan trying to hide and do truth serum tests because he wants this answers. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? I need this brain so I have all the answers so I don't seem like a fake one. It's only proving to Jimmy how much they hated him. Anybody who allows you to lie, wants you to die. Anybody who allows you to cheat intentionally with your intact brain from 1991 allows you to cheat. Most importantly, allows you to cheat who you are, either evil, and she wants you to cheat evil. Were you born pure? I want you to cheat pure. Wants you to portray who you're meant to be. Because at 1991, it's already end. So what you are is what the fuck you are. It's a case of there be forgiveness and born again. After the year 3000. 1978, 1867, 1991, boom. Anyone who allows you to steal wants you to go to hell because they are there and they think you're weak and you will go with them. If you were born steal, that's who you are. You're going to hell. You know it already. The underlying in you in hell knows you're going to hell. You're going to become sucked into hell. You're smoke. You're evil. Though in Jimmy's situation, he wasn't being born in that family. There was an opportunity where Jimmy could prove that he's loyal to me. He goes, that's purity. I'm not going to betray purity. And he looked at him and said, I'm not going to do that to her. I love her. She actually loves me. I saw it. She loves me. Even if I didn't see it, I know. I'm not going to do this to her. I need to do it to you. Let her put the breath to you. You fucking deserve it. I'm not going to let anybody injure her and pull her opinion. That's crazy. Put anybody in her opinion. Oh, she has holiness. She's the creation of God. I don't need her to prove herself to me. Every time somebody asks God to prove himself to me, they get sent to hell. And every time they steal it from God and their babies, I'm not doing that to her. She loves me. So for whatever reason she loves me, if that's I was born because a soul needed to be snatched later on. And so I needed to be set apart from Megan Dark. But even though I was birthed of the same vagina, I'm completely set apart from that family. And I have a moment to prove myself different from you who's going to try to prove yourselves evil while you're trying to prove yourselves is where you want to steal. I'm going to Erica and I'm telling her because that's what Christ needs me to do. It's one test. It's these tests. What do you want to do? You have to prove yourself. Actions are needed to prove where your loyalty is. And it's not only one a day, it's the only identity you're allotted to, rather than spreading evil here, evil here, evil here, evil, sweet there, and making forced changes. So that's that you are so plagued and so infested, and the people that are plaguing you, everyone is allowing you to do it. And then buying and selling and buying and selling. Here, I'm going to rape Erica, and here's you can buy this machine from me. It's my invention. You are already in hell. Did I trick you? No. Did I ever say, I want you guys to take that assignment? Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. No. No, because if one of you were misled, even if we were snooping and listening, you would be so convicted you would run to this house and say, being who you were in 1991. So it would have to be from that because you're already in hell then if you're in hell. You stole so many people's lives. But you're thinking that you could fix, make permanent. The person I ever loved as a person to be sexual to me, physically, I knew what I was going to lay in bed with every night. And I would expose my body to. Even if it was like, you are what did you get, plastic surgery? Still, I would say there's only one guy. Of course, Jesus, but there's only one. And Jesus needed one guy. You're saying that? Wait here. Wait here. He needs to prove himself worthy. Because you have eternal babies in you. You don't need a man. You have mass deception. So Jimmy Howell's the soul that needed to be snatched. Jimmy needed to prove himself worthy. So Jimmy as a boy was beautiful. Even after he abandoned the porch, he's beautiful. And it wasn't even something he efforted at doing. He didn't like sit down and say, he didn't even have to talk when he sat next to me. I simply, if he one moment at the porch, there was one. And they're trying to play music because he's saying say. He's singing. It's disgusting. Go to hell. He's out of control with this. He's come to a radio show. He's out of control with this Project Mistletoe on my nose. Fuck you. You know about Jimmy? It's where he came back at the porch and he moved because he needed to live. So of course he would live there. I think I told them, Vic, what you need to do. So He would live there. He lived with me. And even if he slept in the basement for a few nights, he would sit in my bed. And Vic would just say, all right, you're married, blah, 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 12 years old already, you're going to do that. They would just happen because Vic was just, they would just say, you love her. He would just know. It's a Christ possibility we've ever been separated. Nobody ever want to take, even just be away. Or even, want to do anything without each other. And if he, even if he went to, do, I wouldn't even think to go, if I wanted to go to the store, I would just know who's coming. It's because we never allow what they're doing, what's called the lost loves. There's no issues ever with Zhuski. So they're trying to prove. Is there a Megan? Megan, with her brain up in 1991, and Michael Majewski Jersey there, their brains are intertwined. That's their perfect match. It was some other guy that Megan was supposed to go with. I would say that though, whatever's in Majewski, that bald-headed fuck. So this one in Monwars, that's Megan Downey Gonzalez's mate. So I'm trying to disprove it. Let's put America. Let's try to disprove it. Oh, it's Megan's mate. What is she afraid of? Go put your 1991 brain up on. Put Majewski's brain up under 1991. The entire prior to beginning hacking. Boom, that's Megan Downey Gonzalez's mate. Oh. Oh. That's disgusting. They're all over Dickie Rick. He's disgusting. You know that limp dick? He was boat shoes. All those loafers. Oh my gosh. It's the Eddie Bauer store. Oh. Something bad happened. Those loafers with the curly ends, they were duck shoes. And the boat shoes. It's disgusting. They're sweaty. They're like that. It's just the type of person who sweats, just slime comes out of their pores. Evil sweat. It smells so bad, you just want to vomit because they're extraterrestrial. That's sick. And that's Megan's mate, too. Oh my God, you're supposed to. Oh my God, this comes to a kid. You're supposed to go to Majewski and buy some. That's your husband. Did you sleep with him? Did you suck his cock at one point? Did you get confused one time and think it's Kelly's boyfriend? You had the hots for him? Oh, it's your dad. That's your mate. Your daddy's your little whore. It's your little faux bitch. Whatever's fucking touching me, Majewski, that's Megan's mate. That's her dream man. It is. That's her special one. They're in session. They're aliens. That's their fortes. That's their. Oh my God. That's Megan's soulmate. And their souls are both in hell. It's perfect for them. That's Megan's husband and her wife. They're both gay. But Megan tries to be the man of it. That's Megan's dad and mom. That's her lover. That's her lover. That's her lover undercover. That's your mate. That's your special wife. That's your special wife. Megan, that's your mate. Aren't you happy? Aren't you excited? All in one. You have Schifferstein twins. That's your chances. You're a fake Jew, too. You weren't, look, you married Spanish because you tried to be the ultimate killer. They were going to hell anyway. They did it for their country. You You're Bogda, and your dad and your mom is a man. That's your secret lover and your nephew. Your secret nephew as an incestual whore that raped Christ and did it again and again and again as a man and a girl. That's your pussy licking whore. That's your mate. Majewski is your soulmate lover inside out. As your dad is too. All your relatives. It's a blend. It's like a blender. It's worse than a blizzard. It's your frozen tree. You're gonna eat it out. It's gonna melt. You're gonna go. Wait, you're gonna go into hell. And you're gonna be sucking your dad's cock. It's gonna happen. You're doing it now. You're trying to do dirty doings. You're dirty dudes. You're trying to make fun of AC/DC. Dirty deeds, dirty deeds, dirty deeds. You're worse than dirty laundry. Trying to fix the laundry. Home alone, home alone. That's because Jimmy tried to put I'm like to be a victor. I'm on home alone. I'm gonna put marbles on the floor. Pizza, pizza. Get the fuck out of here. You dirty scoundrel. They're false caps. They're false caps. Air guns on a black and white TV screen. Your soulmate is your dad. And Bogda, that's your lover. And your mother's your lover. You thought you hate her. Her as a man is your penis. You did it in hell. You did it. And it's Kelly as a man. That's what happens when you do what you're doing. Even prior to you doing it, though, your mother is your man. That's your mate. And Majewski. You wouldn't even want to think about Gonzalez. You would think you were so happy. You wouldn't want Gonzalez. Your mother as a man is your husband. And Majewski, that's your man. That's your man. That's your man. Your mom wanted to be a man. She would say, why was Erica trying to have a penis? Because Victor was being born with a penis standing up. So I have my man to send me anyway. You are Majewski's lover and your mother's false manhood. You tried to redo her. You made her and she wanted it. You're her lover inside hell. You're going to be screwing your mother. She's going to be doing your babies. You're going to love it. That's what you're doing. You already did it. You're going to hell. Your dad raped you prior to you being born. You all did. Every 6 even if you're some other family in China, Germany, wherever the fuck you were. During 1991, were you born in 66? Your whole entire family was incestual in hell. And every act of sexual immorality and bestiality. Were you born 666 and you were 1991, 66, globally galactically? You are the origin of child molestation, rape, sexual morality, fornication, adultery, sexual morality, fornication, child molestations, child sex trafficking. And you did it to your own. Your entire global neglect to your entire generations. Though you really wanted your mother and your father. All the 6 families did it. Every 6 family. That's your groups. That's your bitcoins. That's your wealth. Your pineal, your disgusting pineal, and sexual molestation. You wanted to be a rape victim. You wanted to be a victim. You liked it. It made you feel special. When you tried to do it to some other guy, another 666, and you let them feel like they could love you. Though you said, I prayed, and I was there too, and I had a domestic violence situation. I prayed. You're going to hell because you weren't domestically violated. You caused it. You weren't inside me when I was being raped. You mean in a good way praying for me? You are the rapist. You try to make it seem as you were the support system and you were the victim. You aren't me. If you even tried to even live my life, really, you would die in a second because you're a fucking cunt that is different than belongs there. You caused all the pain. The evil pain. You succumb to stoicism. You're the stoic, Megan. As is Jimmy. You're without pain and without happiness. Meaning you lack happiness and you lack pain. Meaning emotional, empathic pain. You succumb to all evil, violent pain. As is your children. And Michael Miss Jersey. And Angela and Teston. And Eric McGrath. And Kelly Downey and Alex Gonzalez's parents. Jimmy said Eric's more stoic than me. Jimmy, that's you. And Megan. Megan's children. James Downey Sr. Kelly Downey. Oh, you thought you had a choice. And you rape me. The false give, false choice maker. False beings. False beings. All you that said you had to, though you stole. And our Mark. Mark is even meshable to you, Megan. You're going with him. Mark is like your dream boy too. You're like an evil fuck, a lurker. And you're ugly. Mark and the drunk kid and Molly McGuire's, they're from you. They have your entire vibration on them. You irk, like you're disgusting. You irk of sulfur and brimstone. You think you're trying to multiply. You thought you could do it. Go to Florida. I want to suggest, I want to be Erica I want to be the victim. Do I want to cause the victim? Just give me the prayer. Shit, what were you praying? I want to say the prayers with my voice. No, saying pray, Erica, pray. Pray will get you through it. I'm already raping you babies. I'm holding them down. You're singing to your babies. But I'm saying, look what your mother is doing to you. I'll be a better mother. Come to me. Know me. My babies will love me. Then Jimmy's saying, stay and pray. Stay and pray. I don't think I trust anyone who stayed in an abusive relationship like that. So I left that emotional abuse. I left that abuse relationship. I have a restraining order. Yeah, I think you stayed too long, but I don't think I would trust you. You're the one who caused it, fuck. Do you remember walking me there and doing a false picture of Jesus? Hunched over? So greedy. All of you. Each one of you. All the females that ever existed. And of your part, artificial intelligence. Sarah, let's give her some. We were her. You burn in hell. You burn in hell. You're a disgusting fuck, Jimmy. See, with Megan's brand, they cancel. Jimmy, I'm canceling you. It means a Christ impossibility you could ever recover and be free from what you did. You're permanently stained. As is Megan and her children. What you made for their children, they're raping my sons. You're raping my babies. Take you into Gonzalez map, except that you're doing my brain map now. It's Gonzalez sliding into you. You're disgusting. You're going to be tased with Gonzalez's brain to your pineal. And Megan, all what's in my pineal now. So Jimmy's flesh and body succumb to the same tasing permanently. And Mark. And Michael Majewski. Because you aren't you. So go ahead, go in it. On full blast. On full blast. But Jimmy's 1991 mommy and daddy and everyone that wanted him to do evil to me permanently inside his pineal. That's the only lot there, though. And into Megan. I go, were you? No. Mm-mm. No, what's your blood say? What blood are you? Whore. To where Megan's face is, plug her and jam her 1991 brain map and Gonzalez and every evil that Gonzalez did, their portion of the rape session into false immaculate conception into Megan Downey Gonzalez, that whore with brown hair, blood and veins. Her portion, her children, and Alex Gonzalez, 1991. His portion, her children, that's their real identity. Their parents into their pineal, their flesh and blood permanently with their original 1991 numbers. And then all of their portion into all of the police precincts. And Richard Bogdan, 1991, his entire generations are Ireland, Spain, America. Their entire generations, where they were in 1991, and all the Freemasons that went to precincts and Jimmy's one small switch, all of their portions, were scum the judgment, gathered together what numbers they were, only their numbers though, their portion, into Richard. So that's the only lot of there. His, so they lose my conception because they're a false one. And so everything that Richard did, only their portions of 1991, and permanently to Richard Bogdan's flesh and blood pineal, permanently. And then his son, permanently. Then James' dad, Tara, anything, and only their portions that's only allowed to connect to their brain. And then Schifferstein's.
Can you invite an aunt?
And Teston. Is that Teston still doing it?
What?
To me? And Angela?
Aunt. You would invite them to sleep in the car.
And their children?
Yeah, I invited them. I thought that was going to have a bed. Yeah.
And Majewski? And 1991 Majewski.
Shut up.
And Majewski, false friend, false evil. He's absolutely pure evil. And their portion of their children, and their children's children, their false soulmates, which I want to make it nice and neat. I like things neat. Let me help me file this. So all Jimmy's file system, only up in there, the portions, since it's Jimmy wants a business, only their portion 99 is their file system in their brain. Permanently. And when the hit be the judgment of the judgment. Permanently inside their physical. It's the only thing inside their actual pineal, their flesh pineal, and a artificial intelligence robot. So that's the only thing they're accessible to. And that's every Freemason. What all the Freemasons did. And virtual reality shit. And 1000 frequency. And bubblehead technology. Globally and galactically. So that means everywhere it went to precincts and police, it gets sucked out of them and jams into Jimmy. And Megan and Tara and Kelly and James' dad. They undo immaculate conception because they're a loser, and everything Jimmy built is used fidelity for. And it goes into Donna, and all the evil goes into Donna Wozniak. and Brianna, and the names on Alex Gonzalez's social media list. Alex Gonzalez's parents.
I was naked.
That's the only allotted into them. Their original numbers and where they were. Then was Bank 1999 or 1991 released the judgment or cut state that that's all restored. And then it proves what they are. And you succumb to exactly. They succumb to that. That's permanent. It's already banked somewhere permanently. It's banked many places permanently. It's in the Galacticos. It's in a ready. It's in a vacuum system that only has the same identity.
I'm trying to sniff your butthole.
They're cowards. They want to dish it, but they want to avoid what they do. That's what they did during 1991. Jimmy tried to erase all the evil they did to Christline, tried to turn the tables, and they did it again. They run away. They're the actual Irish mobsters. They're such cowards. Let's get him. We don't want to fight. We're too prissy for that. It's Richard Boggs doing that shit. Proper. It's Kelly and Richard shit. The two black females in a spick. I hate when you do this with your lips.
Stop licking your penis.
When you're happy, Kelly's mad. When the people that are raping you, when you're happy, when Kelly's raping you, she feels like a failure. And her son was bred to feel like a failure. And Jimmy was made to feel like a failure. And Schifferstein's were made to feel like a failure. And Schifferstein's were made to feel like a failure. And Megan's children are bred to feel like a failure. If I'm not a fake, I'm not real. If I'm not a fake, then I'm not real, Mommy.
You even heard the fart.
Mommy, if I'm not a rapist, I'm not worthy of you, Mommy. If I don't agree with you to rape and do what you did. Probably saying, if I'm not real, I'm not fake, Mommy. Used to come to the reader's translation. If I'm not a fake, I'm not real to you, Mommy. I need to be a fake for you to love me and trust me, Mommy. I have to love Satan and do what you do. And then I have to agree with you, and then I could trust you, Mommy. Daddy wants me to rape too. Otherwise, Daddy won't love me. Those stick whores won't love me. That's how your Irish ancestors were. You roleplay that you're good on this side, and you prove that you're bad over here. And when you die, it's all going to be exposed what a whore you are, and that you raped the Christ because you were a jealous, evil cunt. That you just killed a Christ. How come you say amen, Mommy? Why are you a coward, Mommy? Why did you rape Erica and Stevie, Mommy? Why did you pretend you were a victim, Mommy? Oh, because that's what you're doing in your house in Roselle? Why are you a rapist, Mommy? Why is Daddy... That's why you love Daddy? Because he's like you? Why was there a wedding on the beach, Mommy? Why did you like to rape people, Mommy? Obviously, it's going to come from you. You're a piece of shit. Why do you like to roleplay that you're somebody else's suffering, Mommy, that you were the victim rather than the causer? Why did you hide? Why don't you say the truth, Mommy? How come you don't say the truth, Mommy? Mommy, if you can't say the truth, I don't trust that you love me, Mommy. The Bible says if you lie, you go to hell. How come you're such a whoremonger, Mommy? The Bible says you're a whoremonger, Mommy. Do you love Satan? Did you rape Christ, Megan? Did you rape Christ, Megan? What used to come to? When's the last time you had sex? That's what they're asking. It's Erica and Crutchy. No.
like the covers.
Mm-mm. Daddy, how come you let mommy be such a dirty whore? Why did you kill Christ and kill Grandma Tootsie? Is that my real grandma? How come she's confused?
Have you ever seen Marley?
How come she hates me?
Why?
Because you raped her too, mommy? You suffocated her because you're a jealous fucking whore? How come Teresa Fideli doesn't look like any of us, mommy? How come, mommy? Why'd you have to rape and steal, mommy? Why'd you have to steal? How come Uncle Jimmy is such a coward? You raped to get all this money for me, mommy? So I can have false psychic abilities and steal like you? You did that for me, mommy? Who's Conti? Did Uncle Jimmy ever marry? Oh, he just married a piece of her that he raped? And then you jammed her pineal with you when she's saying all these words? Why was the false Poppy? Poppy Downey, such a fucking ogre. Why did he rape Erica to return to Christ when she's the only one that loved Jimmy? You didn't love him. Look what you let Jimmy do. Why are you such a whore? Mommy, why are you so fake? Why do you smile, mommy, and laugh at evildoers? Why does it make you feel good, mommy? Why does hurting Jesus Christ make you feel good, mommy? Aunt Kelly, why does hurting Jesus Christ and stealing it from Christ make you feel so much better, make you feel wealthy, and like you accomplished? Why does your son smile when he rapes Christ? Why, mommy? Why does Uncle Dickie Dick like to touch my clitty clit? Why does his son do it at night, mommy? Why do you do it? You want me to make certain I feel good? Like you feel good when you raped Christ? Why, mommy? Why, mommy? Put child protective service. Why are you so afraid, mommy? If you lie about Christ, I can never, ever, 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 ever love you ever again. Ever, 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 ever again. I don't love you anymore because you're a whore. Why are you such a whore? Why did you rape Christ? Mommy, why are you trying to be something that you weren't meant to be? Whore. Why did Gonzalez rape Christ? And jam you pineal and Erica when she's saying these words? Like you were saying it was a bad version. You go, why did you suffocate Erica? Why did you suffocate her babies and try to sell them? Why did you sell Erica's babies? Why did Jimmy try to buy and sell when he knows that Erica's the only Christ line? All he was supposed to do was love Christ. He was incapable. And then you raped Eric and Stevie. Just so there's versions of force. Everyone had a portion because you want to collapse the Christ line. That makes you Satan, mommy. Why are you trying to make yourself seem like you were holy? You're evil. Did you put Erica's pineal into you? That means you're the devil. It means you're the devil, Megan. You and your children the devil. Mommy, what made you hungry to rape Magdalene? What made you hungry to kill Tootsie? All your ducks in a row. Why? Did you like to sing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? Can you sing it to me? How much is that doggy in the window? Row, row, row your boat. Do you want to sing me one of the songs of people that you killed, mommy? Can you rock me to bed and sing the songs that Tootsie used to sing? Because she actually loves. You're only a fake one. Can you try to seem like love? Fake it till you make it? That means you're a liar, you're professional. Why did you call Child Protective Services on innocence, mommy? You're the one that abuses me. You're the one that hurts me.
He wanted to lick his.
You're the one that
He
hurts
wanted
me.
to lick his mouth for so long.
You know, but Botox was we blended and I was partly to blame. And Vic and Deb. And Vic and Deb doing this attack. And Grandma Toot. And Erica and Stevie. Grown. And Steve Sr. Oh no. No. And Poppy L. And Teresa Fidelli. And Vittoria Davide enthroned. Just come to that's the plan. That was the plan.
Look, look.
Oh,
Look,
it's Magla.
Look, it's moving. Cool, no one cares. Bro, hold his arm.
Why did you kill people, Mommy? Mommy, why does Uncle Jimmy kill all innocents? Why did he kill the only person and then rape her inside? Teach Jimmy to dolls? Why is Jimmy such a doll person? And using Tootsie's house is where his head's supposed to be going into her vagina? Dipping up, down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Jimmy wasn't born that way. How did he rape her? Oh, Dinah's the only one who gets my sarcasm. She's. Well, there's many she's. So many versions of Erica suffering. Which one do you want?
You look so happy.
She's the only one who knows. For refusing to allow anyone to know about the stack. We're trying to make it seem as Megan was doing this attack. And that Megan's Erica. She's the only one that Jimmy did it to Megan. And I was agreeing with the judgment. He did it to Erica and Steve, the real heirs. Really Max Deception babies this far? Max Deception babies? Erica's heirs this far that without having the entire endless simulation where Erica's born being? So why did Jimmy be a coward? Did you pay him money to? Did you have to act like a coward like you, Mommy? Why did Daddy rape her? You're not a Max Deception, you're mean. And you're a liar. It's in your blood. You're a Downey. And you're a Gonzalez. And you're a Bogda. So why did Jimmy help evil people? Why does Jimmy lie all the time? Does everything. So if Jimmy lies all the time and he's still raping Erica and Erica's inside him, he did it on purpose. He raped her, like you did, Mommy. Did you teach him that? Did you ask him to? That's because you hate Jesus Christ. And Michael Majewski hates Jesus Christ too. Richard Bogda does. Kelly's son. Tara, why are you a rapist? How much money did you earn? How much money did you earn? And she's on the phone with Child Protective Services. As you.
Really, for real, Friday could be on.
Who's Megan sitting on the bed? Succumb to reject, I have to hang up. You succumb to a gunshot wound into your mouth, whore. If anybody deserves to be hung, it's Jimmy Downey. Hang up. Don't hang up the call. I'm hanging up. So when Jimmy called, prior to Jimmy saying, don't go to Kim's phone, I'm going to Kim's room to answer the phone to say, fuck you. Me answering the phone does not mean I am your toy, so you need to get back what you pulled into your bedroom a few nights ago. Months ago, whore.
You kiss your dog.
Rather than me saying, I'll sit with you to give you a moment to repent.
Stop lying.
Because when I answer the phone, that's when you need to repent. And then you sat on my couch, you need to repent. Rather than trying to put my DNA into you and you into me, make it seem like I origined you, rather than my own babies. Because your whole goal was to steal my babies. Make it seem like I origined you rather than my own family. So you want to do it all separate of my apparitions that I origined. You're a fucking coward. You knew that wasn't supposed to happen. You're evil. You weren't supposed to go to their family. You're a liar. You are another family. You are anyone and whatever. You're trying to make something I was. and that you were born being me. Go to hell. And succumb to with charge. You raped the Holy Spirit, and you're a liar, and you're loveless, and you're stoic, and you're more stoic. That's your more than.
No.
As is Schifferstein's.
Can't escape the store, Eric.
You're an evil fuck. You're a loser.
He's trying to
You're an
lie.
old man with a
No,
whole
he's
list
trying
of
to
rape
lie.
crimes. You raped my grandmother. It's just, you fucking burn in hell. My grandmother wouldn't love you, whore. You go to hell, Jimmy. You aren't good enough. Shippers isn't good enough. This penny that you put to my brain? Well, you were half and half. Is Erica's yelling? Megan has Erica's prayers in her. Guaranteed when somebody blows a hole in Jimmy's head and somebody looks on his screen to see where he went, he's in hell.
Why would you go into a business?
And guarantee when somebody puts a hole in Shiverstein's head, hits him with a car, and Megan, she's inside hell. With her original numbers. An original pineal. That's only there. What she was contained with? Jimmy numbed me, and he's doing such shit. You putting Megan's pineal in my brain? He says, Erica, don't at the hell. Go to hell. And succumb to reverse. And succumb to burn in hell. You succumb to generous doles, Megan. Jam it to your flesh brain, whore. With your original pineal and how you loved your mommy and wanted her wet on your mouth. And Jimmy's cock inside you. How many times did you fantasize about that? Do you find him attractive?
Stop. Let him go.
You're protecting a man? That's the wrong man. He wasn't needing a suitor. He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking cheat and a sneak.
I see you.
I wouldn't defend him anymore.
I see you.
Anyone who defend torture this way, what he did? No. No. He stole my whole life from me in motherhood. He planned on killing me.
No, look at
He still
Moses'
does.
butt. What
So doesn't this what we're doing kill you?
happened?
Jimmy, you put what you were born with, 1991, and my witness comes back, and all of me, 91 still is stable, so I can live without you. And you're devoid of satellites, devoid of everything you stole. And you go back to your mommy, who's only your mom, or the Immaculate Conception wannabes, and your fucking white trash hood, and every empty face you made because you're a fucking piece of shit, and you succumb to cut off. That's what makes you happy, right? You're doing evil, right? Yeah. And you're with every whore. So now go to hell. That's all you're worth. You said, Erica, it's been so long I needed for somebody to love me. Just do it already. You go to hell for that. Erica, I didn't mean that. I meant that yesterday. Go to hell. Everywhere you stretch me to, it comes back into me without what you stretch me to and without you. So that any evidence that you were ever near me, to try to make it seem like you were comforting to me. Burn in hell. Burn in hell. Burn in hell. Megan, how many prayers did you really say, piece of shit? Go to hell, bastard. There's going to be a bullet hole in your face. Jimmy, if you ever stole my prayers that night, my pineal, and what we prayed into too, I'm going to fucking charge you with rape. Holy Spirit, James Patrick Downey Jr., Jimmy Burr 78, raped all my secret prayers in my closet. As you said, I got $100,000 shirts in my closet. Here's a prayer. What do you want this bag of prayers? I don't give a shit. Just hand them out. We have a client list. Put it in their voice. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna kill all the furries here. I put you away. I made the covers so you could snooze with covers today. What?
Come through life for the shit. Persist for the rest of your fucking life. Of course, it's what Jimmy did. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's like his mother. Charles Mack, the subject feels clean. Shithole. You steal prayers. You're a fucking cunt. You stole my baby's life. You're worth shit to me. To drag me into hell. How much was I worth to you? As long as you were stealing. Were you too embarrassed? Was there, you asked me, was there any supposed to be a bloodline that goes into her? Did you try to make it seem like Erica origined you? That you origined Erica and then she origined your entire family, Ricky Dick? Did it spread throughout your entire family? You put your mother into her? You put your dad into her? Your mother? Richard Bonta? Would you ever treat purity like that, a baby? You did. The holy ones, you treated your fucking spics as were they worth love. You burn in hell. Burn in hell. Burn in hell. Huh. Holy Spirit, Holy Ruach. James Jr. raped you. And all my baby's extensions, and he let Richard Bonta do it. I was putting Richard Bonta to me. Megan tasted my pillow. I'm saying these words. He's even blocking this video because he's a sneak. And he's a fucking cheat. He's actually trying to make Gonzalez really act like saved. He raped my entire babies. He spread me out all my M database interfaces. Want to make it seem like he was born Detective Erica Connie Snake. Ooh. Were Erica born a white trash family in Roselle? So are you able to trust anyone who pulls up from innocence, puts it to evil? No. And evil to innocence? No. And steals? No. I invested in Jimmy. He shared it. And he stole as much as part because he stole my power. Did he have to do it? No, he stole because he was looking to find where his conception was real. And he knew that his family were Freemasonites Templars, so they were going to be in trouble. They were waiting for the coming of Christ. So it was a timed event, and Central Judge Easy was aware of it. So they're all aware that during 1991, the judgment of the judge was going to be released. So the Immaculate Conception go on anyone else? No, Jimmy hijacked it. I don't know. Ask him, did he hurt Tootsie? Yep. Is that Michael Majewski's friend? No. Did he harass Purity? Yes. Did he try to escape the judgment because he's an Irish coward? Like his mother and father. Is he equipped to wear Alan Edmonds shoes? No, he didn't save Vic. He's a fucking piece of shit liar. He's been killing Big Vic, making him miserable because his Downey's brain maps jammed into him. He had fake diabetes. He wanted him to go on diabetes medication to wear down his liver. Put a death date to him. He didn't go to buy years for Big Vic. He had to go buy years for false Big Vic. Shithole cunt Downey Sr. Downey Jr. and his false babies. I have to seem like I'm the bloodline. So I'm making this announcement so everybody can know. James Jr. is not Jesus Christ. And Magdala, he was always without permission, without allowance, as was his whole family. As was Michael Majewski and all the Maslow females. He's a false business owner. He rapes me to make it easy for 666 to seem like they're built up. Did he have to? No. Is he a grown man now? No, he's a 40-year-old man. He already cut himself off and he's feeling ecstasy. The love is real inside of him. He's deserving of it. He's not deserving of it. He's not deserving of the people he raped. He's not deserving of how Steven Stuff was pure. Pure.
I made the PP
He was pure because of me. Jimmy's a thief and a liar. He's trying to make it seem like all I'm saying is crazy. He goes to hell. Trying to make him Kimberly. He let Majewski touch me. He did his Joe test and tried to do what I'm doing Megan did. He pointed a finger at me. I'm not Megan. Nuh-uh. He used to come to Camille for dinner. You think I'm a whore? If Jimmy ever stole from me and put to Megan, I'll find somebody to kill him. Dude, if you stood in front of me and somebody finally just shot you, I would feel like you even feel better. Just end you already. Because all you did was lie. You're going to hell. You trying to make it seem like, I don't want Erica to take back what we stole, so I'm going to try to get really hard. If this was error, I'm afraid I'm afraid you're going to run off on me again. I'm broken already. If this wasn't really real, I'd really have trouble ever opening up ever again. I want to put it on my family to block you from what you were born being. I did so many projects, I can't look like a stupid piece of shit. I gotta make you look crazy. You're the only blonde I was ever crazy about. He wasn't trying to protect me. He jammed shit into my pineal. It's the most disgusting breath you could ever feel. It's the most disgusting pineal. You'd want to vomit. It's Michael Majewski. It's Bogda. It's their parents. It's Gonzalez Spick. Everyone that fucking betrayed Christ. They're trying to make it seem like we were half and that they were the ones that suffered. You like to play the victim. Did you hear what I said? You like to play the victim. He wasn't even talking to me. He just wanted me connected. He's such a fucking evil fuck. He isn't worthy of Christ. He's the one that's doing, you already are whole. You already are made whole. No. Not yours. I'm not your whole. I'm different from a whole for you. You're different from a wholeness for me. I was whole when I'm on the porch and you abandoned me. Once you abandoned the porch, you raped me. You pulled me. So now I'm praying to myself, saying I need to get myself back. This shithole wasn't repenting. He didn't have any plans to. He spent every ounce of his energy trying to make it seem like he was actually born being what I'm explaining I was detected being. He does not care. He actually seated I don't care, and he used it against me. He's seated. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So all you involved, you're going to go to hell with it, Jimmy. It gets jammed into your physical pineal and everything because you're soulless. Unless you're still raping my babies. Did you have fun raping them? Trying to force them to be with you? When I was saying all the right ways to do, you said I was trying to force you. You forced sex to me. Matrix sex, atomic sex, quantum sex, matrix sex. I was going to ask you to meet up, but you say vile things about me. Unless you agree with what I did to you, I don't want you anymore. You're waste to me. You have to. That's what Megan did. If you can't prove that you're willing to rape her, you're not one of us. That role playing that Michael was grandma saying bingo. Jimmy Downey, you burn in hell. You're worthless. Protector, you're a fucking con artist. You stole. All of you did. All of you stole. You're going to hell. Did you just see the phone ring? There's another bed. You're a fucking cunt. Take a picture. Take a picture. It'll last longer. Steal Erica's power and take a picture. Oh. Go to hell. You're such a waste. You think Jesus Christ is anything else? I am Christ. Do you think Megan's Christ worthy? You're such a fucking stupid prick. Go to hell. You and Bogdan. You think Bogdan's worthy of Christ? I mean, all you did was rape. You lie about Christ. I don't want to know you. My insides hate you. And on behalf, too, of the judgment, that means you abandon me, you betray me, you raped the Holy Spirit. You succumb to you abandon her to help your own family. Who's well Richard Bogdan's family. You go to hell with them. What kind of shorts? Linda sent it? I have to ask the boys. So Linda, now they're putting the responsibility on Linda. Send them clothes. Because Linda believes that, because Linda would talk too to herself. Jimmy is so jealous. He's such an evil fuck. We were there. We time traveled. There's no curse on you, Jimmy Downey, on every ounce of your blood. You're going to hell. Holy Spirit, what does it mean? Holy Ruach. James Down Jr. His doings, there's no curse on every one of his doings. His cells and his genes. His DNA is mRNA. His voice. His pineal. His pineal area.
I think I dropped one.
His tears. His sweetness. His prayers. Majewski. Test him. So comes the didn't your amazing chariot await you? Didn't Linda go in a chariot? To turn off, it's making me sick. What I do. See what we could do? We rape you. You say what we do, and we're going to torture you. That's how Jimmy treats Christ. See what we could do? You're connected to all the smart electronics. Jimmy wanted to be you. That's how much he appreciated love. He's even trying to make Gonzalez an act of deception. It's Christ because you're Gonzalez. Gonzalez, there's a curse on you. On your mother, too. Gonzalez succumbs to no curse. As does every cell of you, Gonzalez. And every name on your social media. And IMAS social media. And in your face, false fidelity, false crossed over, and every ounce of false crossed over. Every ounce of their cells, and Jimmy for doing it. And for looking. You're such a cunt, Jimmy. Satan, eat him. Kill him. Torture him. Because the Gehenna of the fire of hell is going to torture you, Jimmy. And your mother. And all your clients. And all Michael Wachowski's clients. All your customers, Cable Man. You evil fuck. Cable Man. All your clients, whore. And all your whores. All their DNA. You're a false believer, whore. And you, your body, what's filled in you now. Your portion, though, and where you are, in Teresa Fidelli and Erica driving in cars, though your portion, your unholy portion, all false love, false touch, everywhere you are throughout space and time and M-coded cells. And Michael Macherzy, and Joseph Teston, and all the American famous that ever existed, and everyone that knows Jimmy, Cable Man, High Roller, come on, Tootsie's gonna die now. 2 fishes. Ew. How can I go to Vicarious? You're gonna kill Tootsie now. You're never gonna see me again. I'll hold the sex sheets because I'm controlling the sex. Sowing the seed. Go to hell. I don't want your seed. It's rancid. All you are is, and all your seeds are rancid. Every sperm seed. Pre-cum. Go to hell. All your pre-cum, Jimmy. Your limp dick and your hard one. Try to erase the phone. Try to erase my line. Try to call me the phone. I'm putting you down. Everywhere where there's an imprint of James Jr. Succumb to Satan. Especially if you connect to Erica's numbers. What's this? Succumb to Satan. Drag his soul. He's soulless. And drag his existence into the fire of hell. To suffer forever and ever. And Megan Downey and her existence, Beelzebub. And Michael Wachowski. And Schiffersteins. That's their only identity. So where they are in M-coded cells that Jimmy raped and tried to make something his interface. And where Jimmy is, an imprint of his voice, his face, his buying and selling scheme, his lies. And Joseph Teston. And Megan Downey and Kelly Downey and Tara Downey. And Brianna. Marguerite. And Michael, Mikey, Schiffersteins as girls and guys and girls. And Mark and Molly Wires. And Richard Bogda's son. And where Jimmy is out there. Out that window. After raping me, Holy Spirit seal him and drop him into hell. I do the same with Tara. It's tore up. It's tore up. Yep. And out that window where there's Megan Downey. And her pineal. He ate early. He doesn't need to eat right now.
Oh, he ate?
What, a few hours ago.
What about these boys?
They ate egg sandwiches. They ate grilled cheese before they went to bed. They'll tell you when they're hungry.
Are you hungry?
What do you say? What do you want to eat? And wherever there is Megan Downey out there, because she's stolen, and Jimmy Downey, producer of Deli, wherever Downey's relatives are, Satan grabbed them and their names and numbers and put fire of hell to them and fry them because they were always without allowance. So whatever interface we made, everywhere is his imprint. Kill him. And Megan Downey. And Tara. It's the come to vision. I was a part of you, the toughest times of your life. I'm going to kick your ass. Does that sound supportive? And Jimmy Downey and Megan now. And Gonzalez. Everywhere there's Jimmy out that window because he stole on Yehovah. He said, one small, I work. Because I wanted to put it in my family. And you said, no. Kill him. Ruach, he's a rapist. He's the false one. Seal him and throw him into hell. You're the tiniest atom. And what's in my pineal now? Grab it and put it where it belongs and kill Megan. Anyone who touched me, so that's threw me into Jimmy's basement, seal him, especially put Jimmy's family to me, or lying, and touched my fidelity. My house. Everything goes my way. 1991 way against you. Kill him. Kill everyone that Jimmy added. What's his added list? All the whores that killed Christ. He's trying to convince me I did it. They put a foam finger on me. You. Virtual reality. Kill him. He's worthless. Now, did I love Jimmy? Yeah. Did he love Christ? No. He's going to hell. You try to make alter because there's any impurity. Every time that Jimmy says to me, see him, steer the impure ones, drag him into hell, make him feel the fire of hell throughout his entire neuronal system. Holy Spirit, Ruach, each time the Downey family touched was in me. I tried to make it seem as where my Teresa Vidali was supposed to house a whore like Jimmy Downey, a backstabbing whore. He put a foam finger to me in a fist. Kill him. He's without allowance, and he raped my Teresa Vidali, and he raped my grandmother because he's trying to seem like he was me. Then I would origin him. He thought he was a baby. He knew he wasn't. He looked ahead. And knew my line, 1991, but it's because without any other DNA. So he raped me. 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 He treated other women as if they were deserving. He thinks he's Jehovah. I'm Michael listening to the trees. Encapsulate every ounce of atoms of Jimmy Downey. And Kelly Downey. Megan Downey. They have an imprint somewhere. Was they born of me success, the return of Christ, and the back of exception, and what was inside, and then put their shit into me. And Jimmy said, Era, I love you too. Let me go get my shit together first. You don't have to talk to me until I get my shit together. Let me go be a better person. Burn in hell. So every time you were talking to me, Jimmy, when you came back, succumb to denied. So intact or 1991, this is what really happened. Intact or 1991, when the judgment went out, that all went against every one of Jimmy Downey's doings where he did betray me. And everyone that reinfested him. So as it was a vacuum, every one of Jimmy's thoughts, rape. So here's a judgment all around here in a condom bag, like Jimmy likes. It was Jimmy's dick. Jimmy's hands. Jimmy's reinfestation. So all the emails of people's ever existed, their DNA. All the other central type database, matrix configuration simulations, globally and galactically, and wherever 666. Freemasons, all evil, and secret societies. And 666, were they central intelligence agents? Were they 666 once, and police 666? Anywhere there's Freemasons. It was and contributed to, willingly, consensually, 1991 contributed to a Freemason base in Maryland. And our false prophets. Anyone that Jimmy knows. Without hacking, or Jimmy's relatives, what he thought was his family tree. And what he thought, look, this is what my life is supposed to be if I ignore Erica, so now I don't want her. I just want what was in her. So I have to kill her now because she refused any lies. She's actually going to be back. She's actually has babies. So ever prior to touching me and ripping, everyone where Jimmy ran his mouth to. So it's Megan. Megan ran tonight, and her numbers too. The entirety. Inventor of phone technology. Trying to make it seem like they're trying to protect Schiffersteins. Their entire line, though, globally, galactically. So where they door 1991 looked, where the Schiffers, because they allowed this attack. So 666 and Clark. Door 1991. At 99 would ever attempt to sneak into Clark in all precincts, globally, galactically, in Italy and in space and time cells. And try to make them, they want to wear a uniform. State trooper, police, any kind of uniform. Hospital, librarian, teacher, priest, because they went everywhere, Freemasons. They're trying to dominate. And they seated you first. So prior to seeing the police and any kind of uniform to the possible, they wanted to be at the hold your life in their hands. So they were where they were till 1991, their intactness sucked into this condom, impenetrable condom. Their whole line, though, their wives, their entire, so if they were there, if all the Freemasons ever would be, they were trapped in one world, lose the world, as was Jimmy's family. And all the secret societies prior to exiting, and then all the ones that we wanted to seed, learn how to seed via Central Ages, sneak Freemasons into there and seed them. Because they did. And they did it to police. And they did it to other people. So it was like all different diadems. And they did it to state police, and they did it to hospitals and staff. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. So they would go to be Central Intelligence Agency. They'd spy. So Jimmy still with me and was spying on Central Agency. And then seed state troopers. It's disgusting. So prior to Jimmy doing it, the thought to have it, he went like this. That's what happened. So here's a condom here. And here's all out there where sucked in goes. So all their galactical matter, even higher than the satellites. There's a Leviathan. So it was like everything that Jimmy did, Leviathan over a big mouth. How he wanted me to be. Take it, Aaron. Take it. Take my cock. Get out. I have to go to work. I already saw this prior to meeting you. Just go. You put makeup on my shirt. People are going to think that I was with somebody. I'm going out after this. But I love you. I'm crying. And that's why he was calling me to go meet him when my grandmother was suffocating because of him and Megan pressing the button, making her think that she was going to die. Then saying false affirmations to her. Or every touch that Jimmy put on what he touched prior to even doing it. So there's another physical place. With an M-coded cells where he time traveled, even prior to going there. Because what he did is a shadow of things he's going to be blamed for. Megan, all her thoughts. Tara. Their names and numbers. Every Freemason ever existed and their whole lines. Their names and numbers. Megan Downey and her dad, her false immaculate, would go to be false immaculate deception. All false Genesises. Yeah, I'm gonna go make. I have to go pee. Every false Genesis. And every bit of Jimmy that denies it. It's really denied one person's whole life is you. Megan's daddy did to Megan. False Aquarius. False Aquarius probably are we killed her. I had a crazy dream last night when I think about it. Mom doesn't crazy about Megan did it. Kelly did it. Don't you think if Richard left Kelly left to rape you, you went through the brackets? Glad you get so far, Jimmy getting back from his trip. Calm down, calm down. Look at your long hair. That looks like Megan's face. My false error. Looking cool. Megan, she would have long hair, so it's clean. Calm her, huh? For this video, or every ounce of their thought process. And it's only hard to cling to purity, every ounce of their evil intent. So it's an impossibility that they can lie. And say, well, here's the evidence. And he lies again. Saying all this stuff online is trying. It's hard for me to say that you're pure. Shithole, you are that tainted as your Christ supposed to be to be pure. Erica, talk about us. Fuck yeah. Iron Beast, fuck yeah. Megan belongs there with you, though without an interface because she's a whore from hell. Megan's like, I'm driving your son. I got your boys already planned a heart attack. That's what we do for a living. We have them from eternity, everything you were ever going to do. We sell you. That's what Jimmy does best. He's a fucking whore like his mother. You think you love you? Leave me to love you. He wouldn't leave me to love you, Erica. I'm protecting him, man. I'm the only one who hurt him and let him lie. He put you prayers into me. It was inside you. He did it for me. He did it for Kelly, not for me, Gonzalez. Rock, deny him. And deny this pineal. Put hell into it. That's touching my pineal, the origin of it. And everything that Mizuki touches is kind of communicating now. So prior to Jimmy ever pulling, there was already no curse. All on him. If he did portray me, because he had to prove himself worthy. Megan. False deception. There's Downey Sr., the pig. His parents wanted it. Try to redo their past. Tried to undo my matrix configuration. When he wrote a program too. You asked him, was Erica like a regular M? So no, I tried to make her seem like one. I just branched her out. Why? She's dealing with Jesus Christ's resurrection. So you closed her universe and you branched her out where then? Because you said she was dead? Well, I tried to make my own business. The Clark Police doesn't want you to go to the psych ward. Experience. My experience with psych ward? Mm-mm. Knock it off. Everywhere there's Jimmy out the window and there's fucking dad. His entire, so during 1991, every ounce of anything evil Jimmy would do in his family, their breath, their cells, their company, willingly would go sit with him, would touch him, knowing what he did, and agreed with it. And Freemasons, Shippersteins, did this pineal. And my sons, what they do to my sons, is all this interface. You are all these people now. He just used you to build up the people he wanted to build up. We're going to put all our shit into you. Eric, I love you too. I love you too. Though here's some chip of gang stalking. Just put in some the 666 girl over there. She's cute. Just give it to her. I'll give her a break on it. $100. I'll go meet her out. I'll bang her. I still have ecstasy. Everyone that used Teresa Videlli. My house. I mean, 1991 speaking. How do you tell this is my house? Only my way to travel. That's all the end of the simulation. It makes me. Makes me less complete. The foot of Megan. You put the words Megan to me? Megan to me? It's gonna go in your kid's head first. Where do you think she goes? Or it's her life is in her blood. So she's gonna go where you were during 1991. She was already there. And all her lies about her mommy and Gonzalez and your husband. Your children are tainted with everything you did, Megan, despite you see via technology, you rape whore. Jimmy's portion is children. He raped mine. Jimmy's sperm. Everybody's sperm. Their eggs and ovaries, their DNA. So we know. We're 1991. Globally black people, you high, aerial shot higher than the highest heaven, looking down at all around, the same looking all around. And where there's a big sacks of condoms, where everybody want to do eggs and ovaries, and Megan and Tara and Kelly hop on their daddy's dick and dip my head and spread my legs and dip their dicks inside. Oh, we have to make the dresses. Big prophecy company. Go in and out and up and down, in and out, up and down. Harry, Jimmy. She's gonna find out what's the statute of limitations. Let's go. Put her in a psych ward. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And then Jimmy's sex sheets. And everything that was purchased for him. But what I could afford. Except for the garden tools. And a tiny scarf like I give to my son. Sneakers. The prom in paradise. Mark. Everything associated with their family. Their names and numbers. 6 clear box. I like to see what's in there. You believed him? You loved him? He's gonna shit on you for me. You're the one supposed to have days to come now. We put our shit into you. So either way, they're admitting they're evil. Prior to even doing it, Spick. So they're doing, we killed Alex. You said it. We made it happen. It happened prior to Alex even saying it. We said, Jimmy, you took him in to do it. You killed him. And he killed you. All his other girls. All his harassment. Anyone has a copy of it. Copy of anything that was inside and then prayed into. And Jimmy put me in all different situations. Here's a piece of Erica committing suicide. Did you scare me with your knowledge? Joe, Tess, and Angela. Whoever's sharing a robot now, all the robots, all the circles, because we focus on, oh, it's just Jimmy's 4 guys. Oh, there's groups. 2, 1 is 2, one is actually 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 8. But that's all the groups. And the 3, 6, 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. 3, 6, 9.
Only. And it hurts.
Adrian's coming to fish you, but all Jimmy's versions of his family's portion only. Equal living blackly, only because he's only worth that. He's like all the rest of them. He's not a genius. He's a fucking stalker. If Christ said, "Who's the biggest stalker that ever stalked the Return of Christ?" Jimmy. She's like, "Who's the biggest stalker that ever stalked Christ and raped and exposed to the most evil, Jimmy. Who was the one distinct person who Erica loved? Jimmy. Did he try to kill me? Of course. So if I go out that door and I'm found dead, guaranteed it's Jimmy that did it. He ordered it. Because he uses me to do it. He said, Erica, you killed yourself. So he has 0 viewers intact. Boom, you killed him. I'm with Megan's brain up, and boom, you killed Megan. That's what he does to people. And he's a coward about it. He didn't have to do it. He closed my universe. He's trying to kill Christ-like. Kill him.
Where's the
That's
bread?
like everybody Jimmy's family? No. Absolutely not. So they took me out the station and jerked off in it. Here's me with Erica realized me now. Here's me with a different girl I put Erica into. So he mixed me with my whole family. He wanted to deposit his semen into my whole family of Teresa Fidelli because he wanted to say that he was Teresa Fidelli's husband, Vittorio. He was going to Majewski's turn.
What happened to the bread I want? No, Rusty, only good bread.
Then his daddy did it. Daddy needed a sperm sample. You want to shoot some in my mouth? So you just spit into this manifestation thing.
No.
Don't you want this? Because she said no to DNA. We're trying to kill Christ-like. This is our last battle. Go ahead.
What do you mean loud? No. Oh, hell, it's a lifetime supply. Look at all of that. And you want to eat cereal. I want to have an egg sandwich.
Or every ounce of Megan Downey. So even prior to Megan being born, or and prior to Jimmy hacking, prior to 1991, and prior to Megan even wearing diapers, that entire family was already succumbed to the second death. And succumbed to the judgment. It already happened. It happened to all the other M databases and universes and inside. And Michael uses every Freemason. So part of even Jimmy knowing about an M-coded cell, it already happened. So they're all in here. So then Jimmy comes.
I'm tired of always eating cereal.
So what really
I wanna
happens in
eat
here,
meat.
this couple, all Jimmy's sperm, all the Freemason sperm, and now they're about to go prove what they were
I
going
want
to
to
do.
eat meat, bro.
If I was a billion, gazillion steps ahead of
I
them.
want to eat meat. Yes.
So in every time, place, and dimension, even unseeable, here's everything those motherfuckers were going to do. And how they looked when they did it, and every conversation they had, every hole Jimmy went into, it's already known. Every ounce of Jimmy's genetics. DNA and
Were
RNA.
you trying to kill the horses?
His whole identity, his whole actual
No,
existence.
just trying to
That entire
catch
actual
them.
existence. So it's where they just,
Alright, I'm gonna go.
were they invisible people that actually think they're alive and they're jerking off and they're just proving to Christ everywhere, galactic everywhere, what they would have really did if they stole manifestation, in my opinion. So it's they're in a delusion where they think they're actually functioning from this. So they already did it. So they're saying, give me another chance. That's one of your writings. So then here they are. So Jimmy comes walking. So I had to purge Jimmy. So that's in here. So this went all into his family. Everybody would reinfest him. And it also went into everyone was going to refest him. He had one priority: maintain an empty vessel and run to me if somebody said I want to attack her and use her. So if I did strikes, he'd be out in 2 days. A day. He would be out already because it's all in here. As soon as he walked back to Roselle, he's done. He's dead deal. So all of Megan here already happened. Happened in places they're not aware. They're so conceited and they're so arrogant. They're so focused on killing Christ They forgot that they're already defeated. It's impossible to defeat Christ. Because what Trump defeated to come to ultimate defeat and destroy completely. So it's just because will ever exist in actual reality. It only exists in a game. And hell, that game, everything they did to make stress.
Oh. Yeah, I got bread. Can you please make my eggs? I'm hungry. I want eggs. I'm starving. What? So, when you killed that guy, there was no, there was
So-
one witness, so
it's
then
intact.
I killed that
Even
witness, or then
prior to the
another
first
witness,
Galaxy
and so I killed that other witness.
Every
It
M
had to
killer
do
cell, everything that have been
It
done
had to do two
are their
guns,
families.
two
And inside
revolver
lose,
gunshots.
within the world has succumbed to lose the world.
Shot on his head.
Every government that ever exists without actual extraterrestrial hybrids. Since they started other things. So every time they look off, they try to do another attack, do another attack, and do another attack, and do another attack, and do another attack, and do another attack. So Christ is already here.
Dude,
So everyone,
I refilled it.
so everyone that attempts to do an attack, they try to say, I'll go before you. So they're really interested because they think that he could go ahead one step if they see an opposition. Where's this one? This was so every time they do it again, so it's already done here. So I've tried them doing light years ahead. They're doing light years in 4 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. How can Christ beat us?
I'm serious. This is the only good cereal I have left. You? No! I didn't have that much Cocoa
Where do you
Puffs
think
left.
light years come?
Someone ate more.
So light hates you and light resists you. So there's always a succumbing force in all of them. So there's a certain
What? You ate almost all the Cocoa Puffs.
so it's every word they ever would
You
say.
said Cocoa
Then
Puffs.
20 gazillion billion light years by just saying it and their intent. So they say, oh Christ, I was worthy. No. What did you say? No, this is
You
what
get
you did.
Cocoa Puffs confused.
And it's written on them. And they go,
It's not getting Cocoa Puffs. Don't eat it. It's not my fault that Mama overfilled my bowl.
don't ever trust what I have to 1991. No. Is there a Jimmy Downey in there? No. Find out. And finally, is he reinvented somewhere? Mesh? No, because we still require him. No. His dad? No. Anybody use Fidelity? No. Access issues accessed? No. Experienced? Did www.targetums.com? No. Megan Downey, and every piece of combination possible. So you take actual Megan Downey and her ovaries and genetics. That's in here. So prior to even spreading it, there was a trap there. It's like one of those like violent hunters traps where you trap a bear leg and it just gets caught in there. Except this is like that horrible movie with the flower that goes like that and it just sucks the bugs. What's that movie? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I hated that movie. That's Megan. Oh my gosh, she's the Rocky Horrors and those talking plants. So it's like it's an impenetrable condom. So Megan's here. So where she went to go deposit, I went prior to that. Said, let's set a trap. Because I know she's going to do that. And she's looking. And every time she goes to do her, and what her intent is against Jimmy too. That's with Kelly and Richard, because their intent and their sincerity, where your sincerity to evil? Because the evil's against makes mess. And where were you? Did you pierce into me? So now that's against you. You tried to hide it. It's already saved. I'm right here. And it's saved. Mom, my whole family did it. So was that for Megan to birth her? No. So her and all combinations of her children with DNA. Any possible variation? No. Never going to put, so there's all these praying methods. She's going to be like in Paradise Garden. Every possible, they're going to all step. So even if their footstep and their thought goes there. So it's their intent. That's ultimately squashed. That's hell. And now their whole neuronal system's there. Their whole neuronal systems in this condom. And their whole neuronal systems in actual hell where certain metals are unmeltable. There's chains there. And it's everything that they're doing, that their partners are doing still of evil. It's getting heavier in hell and lower in hell and lower in hell and lower in hell and lower in hell. There's chains that they're unmeltable there. Coins melt and money melts in hell. In the fire of hell, coins melt. But metal. So it's there. So if there's a metal around them in the fire of hell, though they stay formed to the being there, their whole neuronal system is on there. So when the false angels went to mesh, they wanted to touch. So they were able to, some angels were able to feel, of course. Though now in hell, it's their neuronal system. So it's the pain that Christ felt. And just exclude those it's pain, gasoline on you burning, it's in hell. And it's the only realization. So that's Megan's children and Megan. And Downey's. Anybody use Fidelity? Freemasons. Evil. And with Reefin Station. And it's how Jimmy rationalized why he did it even when he stole prayers. Because obviously he's not rational. He's irrational because it's against Christ. He wants to steal from Christ. He's stealing light years. And he's still killing Christ. He's causing those intense suffering. He's trying to make it seem like Christ owned it. So it's irrational. It's something Jimmy wouldn't. So when he abandoned the Porsche, did Jimmy lose any sweetness? No. He had a clean vessel. So that means it's without Downey DNA and without anything that wanted him to think he was a member of that family. And there was a yellow light to provide courage. Just to go back to Erica. You belong there. What you experienced, that's real. That's real. So either way, that portion of him still banging his head. And there's a wound on him that resists healing. Though there's a piece of him that went and needed to go. So everybody's going to try to manifestation. They're already here. And where they deposited is here and here. And there's every one of recording of their evil intent and thought throughout endless light years stuck to their own line that represents their entire family. So it's like one evil, like zzz, we're watching Poltergeist and you're trying to like hear people talking. Zzz, Clara, go to your room. Clara, tie your left shoe prior to tying your right shoe and eat the left brownie prior to eating the right one. Clara, climb the mountain and wear a purple sweater. Stand in your bed for 15 hours. And they would depict themselves as holy. That's the nastiest. And used holiness and put it to their own body. So even prior to their own body doing it, their holes in their body, their chakra holes, has a condom. So it's a vacuum. So anything that wanted to go in, that's fine, goes into a different place. Anything that's Megan, though, as a witness, has to witness against her own self. Because she's a false witness and she's a false one. So this is her intent and what she wanted to take, what she was going to do with it. How many lies that goes into her actual pineal without her actually taking. Well, that makes into Megan. Oh my gosh, you did so much shit. So we'll probably be doing this to Megan. Well, Megan's in there now, her prenup. So Megan's pulled out, it goes into Megan. It already is there. So would I put Megan into me? No, that was an example. So anyone that referred to me as the evil one, and did to Antari, it already was written on them in their soul, in hell. They're still going deeper and deeper. They're heavier chains. Another link, 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 another link. What are you doing? What did you have today? There's 20 million light years of links. Even prior to you plug it in. That's for Trump. Megan. Her ovaries, all her DNA's in hell. So when she comes to Teresa Valley, they're like, we don't know you. You're not family. Well, Jimmy crossed this over. No. You are not family. You're not our family. You killed my baby. You're not my baby. Well, Jimmy left. No. He raped my whole family. This is his thoughts and how you guys joked around about it. Here's your actual DNA down there. There's just evidence here that you assaulted. Well, where's my babies? Didn't I have babies? Only your portion in 1999 and whoever you want to have them with, your dad, your mom, all your doings, who shared your intent. Their portion 99 mixed with you. They're all down there. Incestual whore. You're false immaculate. Evil, false, wrong, the most evil conception of false, wrong. You're supposed to, wrong, false, evil. That same action against those, all the Mesophiles and species that ever existed. So Downey Senior sperm, Downey Junior sperm, sow the seed. So at some point, Jimmy's there. And there's recorded every one of Jimmy's thoughts and his concerns, how much he didn't want to do, what Megan wanted him to do. And what parts really the clean Jimmy and really Megan trying to maintain the false one. And when all the people are wrongly false identified. Okay, you're Jimmy now. No. Mm-mm. You're a project. No. You're an experiment. No. Teresa Fideli's ours now. No. Your opinion's ours now. Your prayers that you prayed, your medical exception is ours now. We put our name in it. We deposit our DNA. No. 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 So she doesn't mean anything about it. Just like grandma, fuck you. So I'm going to still fight. Of course I'm going to fight. You think God's going to sit there like this? No, it needs to be testimony and furious anger. So Jimmy tried to rob me of that too. My babies of that. So much he tried to numb them. You're going to know me now. That's what he did. He's a psychopath. Here's all his babies. And Teresa Valley, you're going to know me now. You're going to ride with me. My family time travel. Take a picture. Look, we're doing all this cool stuff. It's you, Teresa Vitale, you fucking whore. The Irish will be better than you. Kill Alex. Did you feel pain, whore? Are you aware we killed Alex? Do you know the difference? I put Alex's brain up on me. He's disgusting. What was it? Jimmy, Megan. Did Jimmy have to do it? He was doing it in his basement when he was a kid. Didn't have to do it. He wouldn't. Mm-mm. He wouldn't trust Megan. He doesn't want to be known that he did what Megan wanted him to do. Exception. Light years, tipping. Seems like he's on crack. He wouldn't let anyone share his name and mix it with Megan's body. No. But he did. He wouldn't. He wouldn't trust anybody who would want him to. No, he would be stunned for a little while because he would still be thinking, wait a minute, I have all the answers here. What Erica's saying is accurate. So what the fuck am I doing? So that's why I continue to say, you need to come now, you need to come now, you need to come now, because it's accuracy that he needs to come now and obey the command. So I need it. Not when he wants to, and not to make it an imperative altogether, when I say it. Otherwise, he's still thinking he's God and me. He goes, he's my son. He's come to reason sexual abuse is coming back. That's what I do first. I don't steal first. I'm the most who will last. You're the most evil. I'm the Alap and I'm the Tao, the first and the last, the source and fulfillment. The first and the last, the origin and fulfillment. I am the Alap and I'm the Tao, the first and the last, the source and fulfillment. You the false moment. He said Jimmy's bashful. As you with the duck dance, you fucking burn in hell. You're disgusting. And they're doing it from the privacy of their own home. And they went to it in their bodies. I was there at that duck dance. You wanted that boy. I'm erasing it. Megan doesn't want it for her sons. Megan's already going to hell. And Joe Tessa's children. Anyone they're doing this project for, benefit. But there's not really benefit. That it's it. And Michael is one husband. No. So even Jimmy even looked on me and saw glowing. And he died. You're an intruder. Pulled. You're already going to hell. How is it inside you? It's a Christ impossibility that you'll ever be forgiven. Never forgive you. So can Victor say something different? No. Can Teresa Fidele say something different? No. Can you program her? So combination busted. or anyone behind me. Anyone Jimmy said, do you want this? Do you want to feel this ecstasy? Anyone allowed AIG. Their blood and their water did it. So their DNA did it. Even before them being born, here they all are. And how many of them would rape Christ and try to say whatever Erica's saying is revisionist history to make it revisionist history and stream my babies and want me to feel calm. Otherwise I'd be crying. Did you still Megan? No. Megan's not be still knowing God. Megan's a whore. Megan's a whore. Megan's a whore. The only that Megan really is her biological inheritance to her white trash shit ass world. That's her only identity. And she proved why. She tried to say, I want to be holy. It's a Christ impossibility, you shit ass cunt. Someone's going to kill you now, though. I'm going to make that the only possibility. So when Jimmy met, that's pretty evil thinning. So as he's taking in, he's doing the revelation, I testify. Anyone who answered, trying to make it seem like I did the answer tracks to his family. So he succumbed to, you go to hell. So everywhere Jimmy is, everyone else at Bogda and his son, during 1991, that whole entire family that ever existed. So when Jimmy said, where is everyone I would ever meet and do this if I do this project and 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 all of them doing that? What can we do? What can we do? So everyone that was 666 on their entire lives, and that Downies, they're disgusting. They're white trash. They're disgusting. And Freemasons, they lie about everything. What? Careful what you say. You can't shake it back. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. So they take it. They're like, well, you're saying the strength because Megan's giving it to you. Megan and Miss are giving you this strength. If you ask me, Erica, what would you say if I did this to you during 1991? Because Jimmy stole my strength brain map. And they tried to make it he was born out of his cunt after he put into my fidelity, my manifestation, into Jerusalem, my time travel. So every ounce of false accreditation and the intent. How can we trick it? How can we trick the system? That's all that Jimmy cared about. Just he's so disgusting. He's so disgusting. He's such a liar. Everything he said had to happen is going to happen multiplied to him, though in the most evil way. So everything he was, his family was in 1991, that had to happen. And now it's going to happen worse. So here's everyone out that window that ever existed, light years, endless light years. All those within that first ultimate lose the world. And already all the way down to here that would ever be lose the world and interfaces, here. And now they're trapped in demonic worlds. This Peniel too. So it's all a witness. And now we have the three witnesses, the blood and the water and the spirit. My blood, my spirit created the universe. So there was a witness against. So I'm here everywhere, and Jimmy's still misinterpreting, even when he read answers, because he's meant to. Once you steal, you succumb to strong delusion. So you continue to fail, because we hate you. So in Christ, you could come to me and say, I belong with you. There's always evidence against you that says you killed Christ, and you lied, and you killed Eric and Stephen, you did this, that you're a coward. So they succumb to, what an abomination. You're polluted, but it's ultimate. So they succumb to the fire of Gehenna, and the Gehenna of the fire of hell where the devil is waiting to torture you. It's inescapable. So everybody tried to resurrect their evil. Resurrect Hitler. Let's clean Hitler. Let's clean Judas Iscariot. What's that? Should I make Erica Scooter? Now she knows when Jimmy's coming back clean. Fuck you. You're not clean. You go to hell. You could be clean now. I'm still sitting on the porch. And you're the intent that did this to me, let it happen. And you're raping me up there. It's a Christ impossibility that you could ever be clean. All your projects prove how evil you are. I like what you said. I like what you said. That's what Victor used to do. We're in her family now. We're at the same moments. We're the angels, the watchers, all the eyes. We're the angels, the four living creatures. Can you imagine Jimmy, an angel of God? A suitor. And a shithole, Megan, her ugly face. I'm doing something. You stole that shithole. I'm doing some protecting Amy. What? No, you're not. You're not a protector. You're a liar. You're a rapist. People who lie, cheat, steal, kill Megan and pull. You're not a protector. You're a coward. And you're the root of all evil. You're completely evil. You're in this pineal now. That's because you keep on sucking. I'm trying to avoid it. Just keep on sucking. If you tell us, I'll kill you. Jimmy threatens to kill Bill, Stevie, and Eric daily. Daily. Megan does too. As does Joe. And Schifferstein's. He lies to everybody. He lies to every. There's only one person doing this to you. You're different to me. We're just one person, or that's something that the entire says, saying that. And all the connections prior to me pulling. Sound the porch till judgment. We are different than, other than, and separate from. 1 is actually 2, 2 is actually 3, 3 is actually 4, 4 is actually 8, 8 is actually 1,000. Of and with enough you attempting to achieve that. And you're one person, we're two, we're Genesis together. Genesis, the star systems, a new birthday, new calendar, new you. Clean white sheet, loaded guns on one side. Every time you're defenseless. So now Jimmy's defenseless. And that white sheet is guns. That's nice, Jimmy. So now that the white sheet's shredded. And his scope gun succumbs to melt it on him. And his guns succumbs to melt it in Megan's throat. Prior to him sending that message. Now there's a gun here in Jimmy in hell, and a gun in Megan, and a gun on her dad, Tara, Bogner's son. And it's constant blast. Those feels where you feel the blast, you're conscious. It's the biggest nerve. And then where you are the role, the false evil one, piece of shit. False Genesis. You're a rapist.
Erica,
Yep.
give the little guy's computer back so you can play.
All right.
Yeah, go good. Yeah.
He's going to, does she know the Clark Police is about it? Does she? Does she know the Clark Police? You're a piece of shit. You and AIG, you're not allowed considering going into Clark Police and saying you are Clark Police or any police department or mixed us. And more than that. And the names and numbers and Pineal. And because all the other people without allowance, especially you, Michael Wachowski, you host and calm Jimmy. I'm going to register how calm I am. I'm going to put Erica's brain up on me. Then you succumb to hell with your sister. These same words were said on the porch. Prior to being planetary from reaching the sky, places where you're unaware of. That's what you succumb to. You succumb to without excuses and without a valid argument. Any kind of legal degree. Phlebotomist whore, receptionist whore, coward. You're filled with this brain of only your portion. And how much pain I feel. My blood is witness against you. And my breath and my water. My spirit, my ruach. Same about Fidelity. All was attacked was us. And all that was supposed to happen. It's all that we're supposed to be. Now I defended it. And we all did. We all said the same words. You party toy. Here's a Brava. You know me, Fidelity. Practice, Megan. Perhaps that's your own Fidelity. Practice, Megan. Practice. Here's a copy, an extension of it. I'm gonna stretch her out. Lick her pussy, Megan. Beat her. Rape her. Rape her, Megan. Teach your daughters how to rape. Teach your daughters how to rape. Teach your daughters how to rape. Angela, teach your daughters how to rape. Mommy's a whore. Jeremy's a whore. Joe Teston's a killer. Richard Bach is false exception. False wedding on the beach. Put her in a robot. We took Jimmy with us everywhere. Jimmy wanted Megan to be everywhere. Protecting him. Max exception. Jimmy's sitting on the throne. The only defense you have is your fucking faux bitch standing behind you now. Bye, shithole. Betrayer. That shithole killed me. And you're protecting her? Now the whole chair and her? Danny, poor Danny. So only what they were doing in 1991 is here. All their intent, though without what they wanted, all their programming, though proof that they programmed. How much fun they had, and how I'm being tortured. Because you keep on talking. Shut your fucking mouth. So that's what they're being virtual reality towards me. And I go just, and constant tasing where I feel Megan's, all the brains that ever assaulted Christ. Success. We're just, they'll get better. That's a better reaction for us. That's a better reaction. Jimmy used to come through satanic grooming techniques. As is Megan's babies. They say, well, you weren't holy Megan's babies. You're your mother's children. Oh, your ducks in a row filled with shit, you greasy, nasty Irish spick. So Jimmy thought, let's steal her eyes. How is she going to see me tormenting Fidelity? Let's blind her. Poke her out head. Put Gonzalez in there. Ay. And then Alex is going to jerk off to his mother. It's coming, Ma.
Mom.
Pin Fidelity down. Open her legs. That's what Downey Sr. did. Except he wanted going to me.
Mom. I want it back. Please.
He used to come to Seal, he used to come to Stainsley, Prime Pro Stainsley. Stainsley, used to come to cut off, used to come to crush, used to come to every intent, beyond light years, though without the light. Used to come to toss into the fire, Gehenna. To suffer forever and ever. Used to come to the Gehenna of the fire.
Mom, listen. One game that I always wanted to play when you never gave me my PC back, I wanted to play the game and it just got an update and I haven't got to see the update yet. So can you click end stream? Mom, is this hot?
Mm-mm. We're the devils. We need to torture you.
And shoot.